Hello and welcome to Dicebreakers, a deeply RPG podcast. Podcast with mostly accurate rules. I got confused because I was going to say stream, and I'm going to keep going, and this is going to be the intro. With mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, your host and GM, and with me are Rowyn, Paddy, Mark, and Joe. How are you all doing? I didn't call you wonderful players.
My neck hurts.
Your
I'm
neck
being
hurts.
sarcastic today.
You're being snarkastic.
I thought you were snarkastic.
Yeah.
Snarkastic.
Oh, I only heard the star.
It's because you're leaning back from the microphone.
Yeah, the
really
snarl.
fast.
I'm
Saying-
snoring.
Like literally, I am that far away from my microphone.
I like how you leant forwards to be like, I'm so close to my microphone. Anyway.
No, but before I was only like that much maximum.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to have to reduce that so hard for the podcast. That was the worst thing in the world.
No, please leave it as it is.
Hey y'all,
You
Mark
froze
is back.
Joe, that's how bad that was.
I got very frightened.
As you should have.
Rabbit
Oh
in
my
headlight.
God.
Rabbit in headlights.
Yeah, rabbit in
Yeah.
headlights.
It's a
I mean,
deer in
yeah,
headlights.
You're going to say deer in headlights, aren't you?
I mean,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we'll rabbit. I've got to admit, I thought you said ram it in headlights.
No, but like, I need to
Well,
understand
it
the
is
logistics
Friday
of this
night.
because are your cars just so small that you can see the eyes of the rabbit as you're driving up to it?
Firstly, obviously.
No.
Secondly,
We
it's
barely have.
because we don't have deer in this country.
Yeah.
There's no deer.
Yes, you do. We went to a deer park.
Damn, that one didn't get past you.
But we barely have deer. We have rabbits fucking everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, but you can't see their eyes in the headlights.
Both
Yes,
contexts
you
of what you
can.
said. is
No, you
entirely true.
fucking can't.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
fucking
can.
can.
Right.
How?
Anyway.
Have you seen the car
No, you see,
you
the
made?
music's ended. We can stop with the mumbling now. We've
No,
rambled
I'm
on.
actually upset.
Really?
How? How does this work?
You've
Anyway.
seen the mini.
You see cat's eyes on the road, right?
Anyway.
Their eyes light up.
Oh my God. I'm going to kill all of you. In game. We have a
Wait, I'm not
recap.
already dead.
We have a recap and
It's a long one.
just
It's
go
a
through
fucking
it.
long one. I think it's the
fine.
longest one we've ever had.
It's not
Turn
the
the
longest, I'm sure.
Turn
But
the
It's
volume
5
button.
minutes. I'm looking through the Spotify list right now. It is by far. It's almost doubling the length
It's
of our
5 minutes
previous
long?
ones.
it's actually
Yeah,
5
it's
minutes long.
5 minutes long.
I just want to make sure it's
I was going to make myself something to eat and then come back.
right.
I want to hear this.
Is it 5 minutes? Because I listened through it,
It's
obviously.
not 5 minutes.
Hang
It's
on.
5
Hang on.
minutes long.
Length. Yeah, it is. the raw audio you sent me was 4 minutes and 39. Anyway, let's just run it.
Jeez.
Okay.
Let's go.
Dear Diary. Well, I guess it's more of a dear brain, as I don't have my diary with me. I've been better, I guess. Things got a little out of hand last night. Well, a lot out of hand. I guess I'll just start from the beginning. After Maisie died the other week, Franklin was sent by my parents to look after us. As usual, he became annoying very quickly. So as the gang and I went out for a meal, we left him outside to protect us. Somehow he ended up getting kidnapped. I tried my hardest to find him, but after a week of not getting anywhere, I thought I'd ask for help. I called Mother first to see if there was anything she could do. Fat lot of help that was. She didn't believe a word I said and just told me to stop telling tales. That's when I decided that if she wasn't going to help me, I knew who would. So I called Lucy and told her everything. She agreed to pass my message on to her brother Bash and ask for his help. Thank the belt he believed me. He turned up at our door the next evening. I was so happy to see him. He managed to get some information on Franklin's possible whereabouts. We ended up going that night to the Lock and Key. You know, that shop owned by the criminal Lady Fletcher. As we entered, we were confronted by her daughter, who we kinda knocked unconscious. Then we had to deal with some thugs that were hired. We ended up killing them. Some of us ended up going through Fletcher's things, stole some braces, and then we found a key to the door that led us downstairs. I am so glad Bash gave us those potions that changed our appearance. We've done some really bad things. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. We went down into the basement to find some kind of advanced lab for genetic research and mechanical modifications, I think. We had to fight with a man that kind of controlled some robotic spiders? I don't know. And there was some huge deformed flesh mechanical spider thing that we had to fight too. We ended up killing that poor thing. Cromwell decided to threaten the scientists that were left in the room. I felt really sorry for them. They were so scared. They did help us get into the next room though. There was some kind of power station in the next room with 2 engineers in there. Cromwell, in his infinite wisdom, decided to kill one straight away. We also found some prisoners in there too. One was called Martha Morialis. I think she's some descendant of Tavros Morialis. I wish I could be excited to meet a descendant of one of the strangelings, but not today. The next room was where everything fell apart. Well, I guess fell apart more? We found Franklin. He was just lying on a table, like some lab rat they had been experimenting on. His body was, well, is mostly robotic now. He was so cold, so lifeless. As I touched him, he woke up and said he needed to protect me. But all that happened was he fought my friends, and then he grabbed me and we teleported away. I don't know where I am. I'm just in a wooden room. It's a high quality wooden room, so I think it's something that Franklin, or at least his family, owns. There's no windows, no furniture, no wall decorations. It's actually kind of scary. The only thing that there is a slight humming sound, and the room vibrates slightly. I guess I'll just wait. There's no way out. I hope Maisie finds me.
So, where exactly is the airship?
I have
No
got to
pressure or
admit, you've
anything,
done some good editing on that.
Oh, That was my thought exactly. I have two things. First of all, how did he know it was us? Wait, I totally forgot we were in disguise. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, what the hell?
The second thing is,
Good
Mark,
question.
listen through to last week.
Say again?
Have you listened through to?
I haven't. I haven't.
Okay.
I've had a quick rundown, but
I
that was.
am 100%. If you do listen through it, you would have been on my side.
No, you really wouldn't. You would
I
have
am
100%
now.
be on our side.
I think, as I
Cal
tried to
would be
play
on your
it,
side. Cal would be on your side.
I think as I tried to play it, Cal was sort of in the middle, trying to avoid the violence, but not necessarily because there's Maisie and Neva on like one massive side of just like Cromwell is the worst thing that's ever happened to, I was going to say humanity, but Gel. And then Cromwell on the other side, obviously advocating for himself. And then I think Carly's kind of like, well, I understand, but we shouldn't necessarily hurt people. Anyway, you're all currently standing. Well, sorry, that's a complete lie. You're all, except for Neva, currently standing in this white laboratory. I struggled with that word last time as well. Laboratory.
Yep, I
kind of
just
room.
listened to that bit. I was editing a bunch before this, and I heard the whole science
which has this metal table in the middle with these robotic arms above, all sorts of pipes and testing areas around the side. Having just watched Neva get teleported away in a flash of electricity, and then the air of nothingness in front of you tear open in a black void as Tavros Morialis, or how he is more likely known these days, the Nightwalker, stepped through. That is exactly where we left it.
I think Maisie would have tried to run for like the little electricity thing where they were teleporting away and run directly into Tav's chest.
So you would
If
have
he
gone
came through the same
electricity. You would have gone through the electricity with this like tingling kind of, horrid like electric shock, and from not really thinking, and then the timing of it, there was a gap between the two, but I'd say like the tear would have appeared. So I imagine you've gone forwards, come face to face with this like void. Your head's gone a little bit into the void. You got really confused, stepped backwards as Tav has like followed you out.
Who the hell are you? And where did you take my sister?
So Tav would ignore that and say, "Who here has been teleporting?"
Don't ignore me.
Okay.
Bang on your chest plate, giant metal chest plate.
You're both being stupid. Clearly, he didn't take her. Clearly, no one here is teleporting. They've teleported away from here. Also, who are you?
I'm the Nightwalker. I guard the edges.
Is that supposed to mean something to us?
Do you have a name?
I did have a name. I'm the
Okay,
Nightwalker.
So we're just calling you the Nightwalker. Sure. You just teleported in. Are you able to teleport us to where a teleportation has just happened?
That is not my task. My task is to stop those from tearing the borders between the realms. Who amongst you has teleported here? No, I can see it's none of you.
Yeah.
So Tav will go over to where the teleportation actually happened.
It's only a few steps away. I'd say through Tav's eyes, things are different. Like he doesn't see the world the same as everyone else. There would be like a kind of like a heat haze, sort of still in this little spot. So you can see exactly where like there was just a tear through from Gel to the in-between to the empty plane. Not that you could follow it necessarily, but you can tell exactly where it was.
So if you did not do this, who did?
Some piss drinker named Franklin. He took my sister.
He's just abducted someone. Can you tell us where he's gone? Because we're really needing to get out of here.
I cannot follow where they have gone. I can only see the damage they've done to the border.
I don't know how that helps us.
Okay,
Just
Maisie?
start walking out.
I was going to say, this is up to you. We're staying and getting information, or we're leaving real quickly. Which one?
He doesn't seem to have any information, so.
Right, bye, Mr. the Nightwalker then. Cal, are you staying? You've been all quiet.
I was a bit surprised by the appearance of this tall chap. Nice halo, though.
Okay, we'll see ya.
Jameth is following Maisie leaving. Bash is just kind of just frozen. Like Neva and Franklin, like the two people out of three that he would be here for, that he's not even as close to Maisie, but obviously fairly close, have just disappeared. Like he's just kind of broken.
Right, stretch. And I'll like tug on his arm, but specifically not use his name. Although I think I already fucked that up with Maisie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
we need to go now, okay? We'll find out information later. Right now, we gotta fucking go.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah. And he'll sort of just mindlessly start following. But as you get to the door, there's a figure standing there. No one intimidating, just that of Marthea Morales. Who sort of, I guess, from all the commotion was like, something's going on, and then when everything went quiet, was kind of like, oh, I guess things are over. Was peeking through, and she sees Tav, and she's just like, "There's no way. You actually? There's no way."
I'm just pushing past her with Bash.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. We're out of here.
I'll be there in a second. Sorry, that's my
We're not waiting for you.
great grandfather.
I'm aware of you.
Oh, you were aware of me. Oh, good. You abandoned a family 400 years ago and then just wander around.
I have my duty.
Yeah, you had a duty to a family.
Uh,
Fucked off.
my family died many years ago.
Yeah, we had a duty to them then. You just left.
I did. I have a duty to the world.
Duty to the world. Yeah. It's not like you could have given it to someone else or anything.
No, I couldn't. Not that I would.
We all know that wasn't true. The stories, it was Zegith, now it's you.
Zegith, unfortunately, did not last long as the Night Walker.
Yeah, but he gave it up. I think.
You were not there.
No, I wasn't. But my family was. Old family. I'm related to them. Either way, you're the asshole here.
Means nothing to me. I must go. You just tear open the fabric where the teleportation happened and step through.
And just disappears, and she's like, fucking. And just turn around, and you guys ought to be a little bit ahead, but sort of just follow on behind with no particular urgency.
We're moving urgently.
Exactly. You go.
We do have urgency.
Back through. The whole place is empty apart from the chaos you've left. Some broken up robots, a weird blobby thing that's dead, a dead body on the stairs that you have to either step over or just kind of push out the way. Going upstairs, the 4 bodies of the guards, thugs type people that you murdered. And as you step out into the main area, there's just this like over from the side. Actually, I'm not sure you ever gagged her. I'm sure you did.
No, we didn't.
In which case, as you walk in, she's just like, I am going to kill you. What do you think you're doing to tie me up like this? Let me go.
Still walking out.
I'm just walking. Yeah, I'm not.
Sorry. I'm sure you'll get released fairly soon. Sorry about that.
We gotta go, Slim. Bye. Come on.
So, yeah. Well, I'll. Very nice to meet you, anyway.
You all go out the front into the streets of Veluna.
4 of us, right? 3 of us and Bash.
And Jameth.
And Marathia.
Oh, and Jameth.
And Marathia is behind, so she.
Yeah. I'm not counting her as with us. Right, 3 of us.
Fair.
Right.
5 of you.
I'll point to Jameth and Maisie. I'll say, you 2 take Stretch, take the circuitous route, meet back up, home base. Me and the Blue Man group are going to go a different route, also back. Try not to be followed, try not to die. Go,
Is it
now.
A particularly good idea to break up?
Yeah, because harder to follow us.
Maybe so.
I'm not sure Maisie would have stood behind and listened. I think she's just marching forward.
As stronger as it.
Back.
Okay. So who was that? Jameth, Maisie, and
Bash.
And Bash in one direction, and
Me and
Carl. Sure. Which one of you is going which direction? So you're in the middle of that southern part of Veluna, within the streets. But if you go directly north, you come up to the large area which is below the mall, which then, if you keep going in a straight north line, will eventually lead you through and up to the apartment that you live in. If you go... Let's open up the map so I can be a bit more specific.
If I remember rightly, we're not too far from an exit just out of the city entirely.
If you go south, you could go out of the city. That would take a little bit of time. You're currently in Southreach. The mall is in New Zabra. And to the left of New Zabra, you've got the bricks and the stacks, which are kind of just like a little bit north. If you went directly north from where you are, you'd end up going through those. You'd just kind of go northeast over towards the mall, which then goes up through Old Imgim, up to where you are currently.
We'll head to. There was a lake that Cal used a day off to go swimming at. I remember. We'll head towards
I don't
there.
remember where I said that is, but I believe so. That's probably beneath the mall. In that there's a large area beneath the mall, so I would believe that's where I would have put it. To be fair, the mall is huge, so you could go left, right around the mall, and you'd still be split up.
Sure. We'll start at a split. Yeah.
So, and who's going which way? It doesn't.
Maisie was charging off, so you pick.
Yeah, Maisie is heading towards the teleportation circle in the city.
Interesting. That changes things significantly.
I'm not sure we're gonna get there, but that's where the direction Maisie is heading.
So the teleportation circle is over in Old Imgim, which is just below where the apartments are, just north of the mall. You've kind of got the mall and some stuff around it, and it's just like a bigger building that's kind of half attached, not completely attached, kind of like a train station, but obviously doesn't have any train lines going through it. So you'd end up going sort of past the mall to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
As you're getting like up towards the mall and rushing off, quite a lot of Bash is kind of silent behind you. Jameth is just like, slow down. I feel like if I know you correctly, and I think I do, you're not going home. Because firstly, well, that would be a faster way home, and secondly, you're you.
Neva's not at home, is she?
Well, maybe, but where are you going to go?
The only place I know Franklin knows. And Bash, if you have any other ideas, feel free to jump in, but
He's just silent.
Franklin's home is the best idea I got.
I mean, I guess, but like, what are you going to do at that point? I mean, firstly, he's far more powerful than any of us. Secondly, there's 3 of us and not the other 2.
I don't really give a shit right now.
This
The
is all
faster I find
happening
out
whilst you're
where she is,
running quickly.
faster I find out where she is, the faster we can make a plan based on that.
Sure. So you go off round into this larger area around the mall, and we'll get to what you meet first before you get there. The other 2 of you, are you going directly, or I'll say directly, it's kind of indirectly in a round circle, but you're going straight back to the apartments, or is there anywhere else that you're planning on stopping first?
Do we know how much longer these disguises are going to last?
You were told that they would last 12 hours, and you put them on at like 10. You were pretty sure they'd last until about 10 in the morning, and it's probably about midnight.
Okay. I will mentally connect with Cal and suggest that we head to the lake, go into the lake, come out of the opposite side of the lake. I'll be in a new disguise, and from there circle back round to the flat, because we know that we were followed the last time we were in this place. So, but they were invisible Loxodon, who hopefully will not be as good at swimming as we are. So that's my thing. So stay under the water for like an hour as we go, or however long it is that you can hold your breath.
So with the directions
Opposite side of the lake, and then go.
With the directions the 2 of you are going, you you'd split up a little bit, and then this bit beneath the mall, you'd be able to see each other. If you look at the map, there's this huge like open area that's a lot of like grass and like the lakes and all sorts of things, where one of you would be on the far right hand side of it, and the others of you would be kind of like over towards the middle of it, and you definitely see each other as you sort of catch up there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll stay in the lake for an hour.
I know, but you haven't got to the lake yet. You'd break into this open section and probably see each other before you got to that lake, and before they got round the mall to get to the teleportation circle. So there'll be
Maisie's hard tunnel visioning, so I don't
Just
think
this
she's
moment.
seen anything.
Yeah.
As you get into this much more open area, this is going to be really interesting for Maisie. As you get into this open area, you see in the darkness, just lit by some lamplight, 5 figures interacting with something on the ground. At the current stage, it probably doesn't highlight much to you. Bash isn't paying attention. Jameth is just trying to keep up with you. But as you get closer, you can see, unfortunately, that you recognize the 5 figures that are directly in the path you're going to be taking. They are, in fact, and I've written this directly, exactly, the 5 assholes who used to live opposite you. And on the ground is a person being beaten up as they're all sort of standing around and laughing and kicking this figure on the ground. As you get closer, the girl with the pink hair, I don't know if you remember her name, I don't know if you ever knew it, sees you storming forwards and is just like, well, what do we have here? the losers who's got kicked out of our apartment, at which point I'm sure you're still storming straight forward.
How would they know that? We're disguised as
That's
other people.
True.
True.
That is true. No, you're entirely right. In which case, that's not what they say. They would walk over and, as you're storming towards them, she'd like tap on the shoulder of the leather jacket, the leader, as you know, it's just like, look at these guys. Just like who has a small goblin. It's like this tiny little goblin thing is running at us, and the guy in the leather jacket is just like, and, well, I don't know, it just feels rude. And unfortunately, your path is like directly kind of through them or right next to them.
I know what I'm just gonna listen to no inhibitions. Maisie just pulls out a dagger and continues walking forward and sees what they do in response to that.
Oh, I thought you were just going to walk past and be like that.
I was going to, but I figured I should give them some warning.
At the same time, the two of you that are at the other side of the square would hear some voices. It's very quiet this late at night. Some voices, and you see 5 people, don't know who they are, something going on. Then you see disguised Maisie walking ahead of Bash, who's kind of being guided forwards by Jameth trying to keep up, as Maisie just like pulls out a knife, walking towards these 5 people.
Oh, Cromwell,
And
look.
what kind of condition is Gale in on the floor?
You don't know who's on the floor?
Don't I?
Do
I'll be
you?
very pleased if I've correctly guessed that. I'll be super pleased. Yes.
Why
sorry,
would it be
Mark, I
Gale,
interrupted you. An emotional tug. It's either that or it's your new character. I interrupted you, Mark. You go ahead.
No, I just, what Cal was saying. Through the mental link. Cromwell, look over there.
Fuck. Okay. Quick and dirty, Cal, or noble and heroic? It's up to you. You know what my preference is.
We can't kill anybody else. We shouldn't be killing anybody.
We don't need to kill them. You have actually something that we can just throw, and we've seen how effective it is at dazing people.
I
Say
And I
as
will
Maisie's walking
think
towards
at
them,
you
dagger out.
The angel fire. You have the ability to just. In fact, no, you don't. You're not even carrying it. I'm carrying it. I will just think I could just throw the angel fire at them. We know that it disperses in the air.
You have to remind me, because obviously Cal knows, but I don't know what's
That was the druggy thing.
You're very far away at the moment. I'd say you're like a good 300 or more feet away. Well, in fact, probably way more than that. It would be like 700 feet. You can just see them, and you know it's Maisie because of obviously the shape and the 3 of them and all that. You just can vaguely tell what's going on.
What's between us? Is it water or is it just
Between you, there's a fair few things. It's kind of like a big open area that's been used. Think of like in Cardiff, like that main area where there's just like a big stone platform, but then there's like a fountain, and then there's some like grassy bits just by the bay, and then like there's just stuff. None of it's really anything. It's just stuff that kind of like fills up the area.
It's a pretty much an empty area.
Yeah.
It's a shame it's not the lake. I can move at almost twice my speed if it was.
The lake is like in front of you. They're over to like the front and right of you.
We can't. I'd rather not get into any more fights, but we can't leave them to it. Look, we can't do anything from here. We're going to have to move towards them.
Okay, well, as we move towards them, they're either going to start something, in which case we keep going. This is as we're now moving towards Alex. Or they'll move past them, in which case we go back to our original path away from them.
Yes, absolutely.
So you start moving towards them. Maisie, are you going straight past them? Are you going to do anything with this knife? Are you just being threatening?
Is there any response to the knife coming out?
There will be, depending on what sort of comes. How you're.
Well, I wanted to see if there was a reaction at just the knife, and if there was no reaction at just the knife, I want to light the knife up with electricity.
Sure. So at the knife, they're a bit like, okay, there's 5 of them, one of you, some friends behind. They're cocky. They think they can kind of do something. But as soon as it lights up, there's like an instantaneous reaction as you just get blasted in the chest with some kind of magic. You don't know what it was. It's just straight into your chest. You're going to take some damage as you get absolutely slammed to the floor because you were not expecting it. That one. Okay, not too bad. It's going to be 6 damage. As you just boom,
Yeah,
hit
not
the
too
floor.
bad.
And as you kind of like look up, you can see one of the. Let me just open up this thing so I can get the descriptions a bit better.
I think I asked last time. We didn't happen to level up at the end of the last
No,
one,
you
did we?
didn't.
No.
We
you
didn't.
see-
We didn't heal and we didn't level up.
You see the one of them that's like a tiefling. You've seen him before. Red skin. He's got like two horns coming from each side. One sort of more close to the temple, one close to the front. This black hair. Wears these very smart clothes of like black and red. And you can see like the tips of his fingers just like wisps of magic just coming off. He's obviously pointed at you. And there's this like pause between everyone. Because they're all like, oh shit. Like, I don't think they actually wanted to start anything. And then you're on the floor, probably even more fuming than you were before. And then Bash kind of snaps out like, wait, what the fuck just happened? And you hear from behind you, Jameth, just this ripping, stretching sound as she just like explodes into this werejackal, or jackal were. We're going to roll some initiatives. You are going to need to open Tailspire.
Close our cover a little bit. There's not so many people who can do that.
Just for some frame of reference, I now have 1 HP.
Mm-hmm.
1 HP again.
Yeah,
I've
Please
got.
don't
I've
do
got.
this again,
I've got.
Rowyn.
I've got.
that's
Spare
it.
the
This
Dying
is exactly what's going to happen.
I've got spare the dying on hold. Don't worry.
Yeah, please use it this time.
I didn't have it last time.
Maybe you'll need it.
That's funny. That's very funny to me.
I'm gonna update Tailspire. I should have opened it.
My dice roll fits the narrative that I was going to go with.
That's
Are you
funny.
wanting me and Mark to roll initiative as well? Or are you just going to tell
You
us?
want to be involved?
Yeah, well, when we get there.
Or
Yeah.
just because we're, in theory, with
Well,
10
sorry,
rounds,
I realized I was just sorting things out here. So, Maisie, give me that initiative as I open up.
3.
3. Cromwell.
So that is... Okay.
I haven't rolled one yet. So.
It's probably worth bearing in mind that because this is over such a long distance, I will probably actually be like a couple of rounds behind Cal
Oh no,
because
that's for
I
sure.
have a lower movement speed.
I'm going to vaguely like say it'll take you, like you were walking over when all of this happened. You were somewhere far away. You can move at 25 feet per round. You can move at 30. I'll say currently, because you were probably hurrying pretty damn fast, especially when you saw that blade light up. If you were like, what's it called? Using movement as an action. God, words apparently are dead to me. Right, yeah. So you're, I'll say like 300 feet away, which is quite far, but you're obviously, if things go on long enough, can be involved.
If it goes over more than 10 rounds, it'll be fine.
Exactly, but I mean, you
I
have some things
can-
that go in with some distances and stuff and whatever, but that is unfortunately where you are. So,
I can join once we are 120 feet away. Is my longest range.
Okay.
thing.
well, every round, just keep the numbers. I'll put it at 300 rounds just to make it easier, and then, yeah. So,
300 rounds?
no.
Holy shit!
You know what I mean. Shut up. Anyway, Cromwell, what was your initiative? I don't think you gave it to me.
I did. It was 5.
5. Kale.
17.
Nice. And, Purdy?
Purdy.
Yeah, she'll be the one being beat up on the floor. Gale.
10.
I think I'm right in both. I think Purdy has decided to play Gale.
So,
Mhm.
let's bring you all to this board. How do I do it? There it is.
I feel like this was exactly one of those situations, Alex, where you usually say, I don't know, we might use Tailspire if you guys start some shit.
Yeah,
This is
the
those.
one time you didn't, huh?
Yeah.
For somebody who didn't know where the lake was, you found the lake.
It's not a
quite
lake.
well and you
It's not a lake, it's a pond.
What's the difference between a lake and a
Really
pond
late.
but size?
Yeah, a lake is big. So, let's put some people where they would be.
Well,
Kale and Cromwell.
Compared to Cromwell, that probably is a lake.
What
What the
Kale and
fuck?
Cromwell.
Who the fuck are you?
Let's work out.
Oh, right. Assholes.
Have we ever
There
seen
you go.
them?
You're about there then.
Before?
It's not Gale. It's not Gale. It's a completely new person with potions.
It's Luna. Oh,
It's an
bye.
alchemist artificer,
well,
Oh.
we've got
I
to
assume.
Hang on, we'll go to this.
all the people have gone again.
What?
Tav turns up again. Somebody else has teleported.
That's because I moved you away.
They'll teleport away.
With Maisie, you would be about here, let's say.
I can't see. Oh, there.
Then, see, I have like permanent things here, but yeah, I guess
I
that.
didn't realize they had a mouth though.
Huh?
I didn't realize there was a mouth folk with them.
There is. And then, oh, I thought they were permanent characters. They're not. I need to grab Jameth and Bash.
Dare you not make them permanent?
No, is it so on? You can make them unique on Tailspire, and I have not done that apparently.
Is this a guy in armor or a warforged?
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering.
Well, how would we know?
You've seen it before, and the answer to that question is you don't actually know.
Uh,
Oops, I've made.
I'm guessing the chap with the tail is one we don't like very much.
no, I think it's the one that's got his arms out.
Yeah, the
True.
leather jacket one was the guy who was like a bit of
No,
a
he's in charge.
Okay.
But the one who fired the shot was.
Right, now that we've got things sorted,
I
apologies that
really
took a little
missed
longer.
a few
I'm just gonna make this daytime just so you can actually fucking see anything. I know, like, it looks so much better at nighttime, but yeah. So, yes, the one who is this guy here, the one with the tail, he is the one who blasted magic at you. This one, who you were saying, I don't know if it's a Warforged or guy in armor, you don't know the answer to that question. I'm gonna move around a little bit. You've seen him around when you've seen him. He's very kind of like quiet and non-responsive, so you don't actually have any idea. The first one to react out of any of you is
I can't see me.
you're
we're all the way on the corner here.
yeah, you're all the way on the corner.
Like
Oh yeah, off the map corner.
we are
yeah, I see.
southwest.
Okay.
Yeah. You put it down now. Yeah. Facing the wrong way. Fair enough. That looks like me.
Yeah, you're running away.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, the first react is the guy in the leather jacket who kind of just pauses and he's just like, well, I mean, I guess you get what you get. As he kind of takes a few steps I should actually also, Jameth is not currently that actually
Love the name of the map, Fight or Flight.
yeah. You chose violence.
Yes.
This is actually
With 7
right now.
HP to my name, I chose violence.
Yeah.
hmm.
Alright. Yeah, just kind of like walks, shimmies on over as if he's everything. The big roboty metal guy is going to actually wait. The tiefling who blasted you takes a few steps, 5, 10, 15, 20, over this way, and you can see he starts like charging his hand again, as though he would be ready to, like, he's like letting little wisps of black and red kind of weave between his fingers as though he's ready to immediately attack again. So, Carly, very far away, you see this blast of like reddish dark light as you can't do
I
it.
shall start to move towards them.
You can move about
and of
60
course-
feet, can't you?
I can move 60 feet.
There. Maisie,
Where's
and you know what I tell you what, as well? Maisie, from the floor, yes, you can see a bit more of this person on the floor, but we'll wait until we get around to that for a bit of descriptions. Bash, blasting out of this kind of mindset, is like, what? Moves a little bit over here towards the bushes over in the park, a little closer, and is going to load the beanbag rounds that he loaded before and take a shot at the tiefling. Because he's like, well, what? We're gonna do something. This music doesn't feel fighty enough, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about my turn.
How do you use the... That's a stupid question. How do you use the rulers? I've got the rulers up, and I've set
M.
number 2.
M,
Then
and
click
then,
number,
yeah, whatever the number is that you want.
26 to hit. Yes.
Yeah, I've done that.
Alex, how many how many people until my turn?
You have
Oh,
5.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. So it just takes an absolute blast of a shot straight into this tiefling. It does 3 damage, which isn't as much as Hope. Catches in the shoulder, boom! And then reloads. Jameith up next is just going to start charging. It's been a tense evening. You can move 30, so it's going to be 60. You know what? It's going to run over to where Maisie is and stand in front of her. I start growling at them all. They all visibly start to like recoil a little bit, like, okay, this is less than what we expected. This kind of werewolf is just blasted out of nowhere. Purdy, would you like to describe the poor figure who is currently beaten and hurt on the ground? Also set your health to like 7.
Jesus.
You're literally being kicked in, like they aren't holding back.
Yeah, I know. Oh no, that's hang on. I'm fucking that up. There we go.
So visuals.
So yeah, from what you can see on the floor, she's a human, heavily tattooed and quite heavily pierced as well. She's got red hair, like short red hair that's kind of held up with, as I've discussed with Alex, a cable tie. Because apparently Alex doesn't do, like, watches a cable tie.
When you guys went here, she was like, in this universe, in Gel, what would be the equivalent of a cable tie? I was like, I have never thought of this minutia before. It's like such a small detail. It's a cable tie, I don't care.
Would the answer not just be a small rope?
Yeah, maybe, like a little
Well, this is what I was wondering. This is why I was asking. But no, Alex said we have cable ties. So yeah,
sure,
her hair is held up with cable tie and it's like undercut. So like she's all just nothing there and it's all party at the top. She seems quite shortish. Taller than Purdy, but shortish. Yeah.
So 5 foot.
What's she wearing?
I'm 5 foot, you sod.
What's she wearing?
I didn't think about that. Yeah, so she's just kind of like in quite simple black top, black trousers, some boots. But you kind of notice like this blacksmithy type apron over her. She's got a couple of like pouches on the side with some vials in, and like just kind of looks like she's got quite a lot of vials going on.
Lots of potions and such. Glowing different colours, all sorts of things.
Quite a lot of vials going on.
Quite a vial.
Is that why it's getting violent here?
No.
I felt a pun coming on. I felt it.
It's a tone. It's a tone, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was very like struggling not to make a pun myself.
What does unnamed character so far on the floor do? You've noticed from your perspective, you were like curled up protecting your head and everything stopped. There was some voices, but like ears were probably ringing a little bit. And then you saw someone charging, like a little goblin charging towards you. A knife came out, magic got blasted, and suddenly you're not being beat up anymore. But someone else has been knocked to the floor and they look bad. And now there's this werewolf-esque thing.
You're no longer the most reviled creature here.
Reviled. I got that.
So what she'll do is she'll just kind of like grab a random vial from that she can get to and throw it at the pink girl.
Is it actually, you're actually going to do a random, or are you going to do? You're actually going to try and cast a spell.
Now, wait. When you say pink girl, you mean pink hair, right? Because the pink girl here is Maisie.
No, I'd say Maisie if I meant Maisie. No, I think her name's Tasha.
Tasha.
Okay, so
Is she the one with the hideous brew?
no,
It's a
you don't know their names.
I
Joe.
got it,
Please
Rowyn.
clap.
I know they have names
Thank
on
you.
here. You
I've
don't know.
heard of Tasha's beer.
Okay, so you know what role to do first.
Yep. I foam a vial.
Oh, when you make a joke too nerdy for the nerds in the call.
Understanding and laughing are two different things.
She needs to make a con 11
Hey,
save.
what are you casting?
Poison spray.
Okay, poison spray. Isn't that an area thing, or is that an individual person?
Individual by
Oh,
what I
I'm
read.
thinking of.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, your hand towards.
I'm thinking of someone else.
I'm making it as vials.
You're doing it
okay?
right.
No, yeah,
You're
fine.
doing it
So
right,
you
Purdy.
grab just a random vial from the side of you and just slam it into the ground, and this like puff of green just comes up, glows a little bit in the darkness. Needs a con save. I think unfortunately it's a 16. So
Fuck you.
yeah. So she just like sees this, hand over mouth, immediately brings up some of her leathers and is like, "Excuse me." Anything else you
Wasn't
can try and
me.
do? You can try and stand up or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, it's half a movement. You could try and run away, but obviously you're right next to them.
No.
She's next, appropriately, as she just turns to you and just attempts to just like you get up. She's just going to attempt to. I think she's going to pull out weapons, so she's just going to try and punch you.
You bitch.
She's just going to try and punch you. And not do a particularly good job of it. That's a 9 to hit you.
Nope.
As you're getting up, she just like swings. Evidently not really her forte. You just kind of like nip, move out of the way. It's probably a lot cooler than that. Cromwell, very far away. I guess you're going to move 50 feet.
I guess that, were it not for a question I have.
Okay.
Action or free action to use the Tuckstone?
Free action.
Okay, so I will move my 50. There. And I will call Captain whatever her name is, because I think we've
Okay.
changed it a couple of times.
Dell, I believe.
Captain
Del.
Armandel.
Yes. Okay.
I was thinking it was Belle, but that didn't sound quite right.
I can't remember if I have
Armandel.
actually got a figure for her. I have a figure, but I don't know if I've put it into the game. We'll see if she gets here in time anyway. You call up. It's very late, so it takes quite a while of ringing. You only got 6 seconds around, but whatever. I'll give you a few seconds before eventually there's just and it's just like a, hello?
We're being attacked by Circos with angel fire at this location.
Who? Who's being attacked?
The uni people. This is Cromwell. You underpaid us for a job.
Okay. I'll call some people, I guess.
Angel fire psychos at address.
Okay. Yeah, there'd be a name for this little pond. And she just like there's like a bit of a scuffle and a hang up. What's we got? It's gonna be the little one. You see this little mouse folk. You see she's covered in technology. Actually look kind of similar. Different style, but very similar to the person you were fighting in the basement who was controlling the spiders. She kind of like boops a little bit on some things on her arm, and then is going to yeah. So she presses some buttons, and you see around her feet these two little, little cylindrical things kind of like glow, and then she just like starts floating upwards. Just goes about 20 feet. There you go. Just floats upwards, away from all of you. Maisie, lying on the floor, this pain in your stomach, which you've already been stabbed there, so it's even more accentuated. What you doing?
I'm curled over, head facing like down to the ground. And Cal, I have a question for you. Is it you or me who has the coin from the demon lady?
I do.
Damn it. Okay.
I don't know. You were going to put on the video before the podcast. I don't know if you realized my eyes just widened. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, damn. Oh, no. Oh, God. Everything's changing. Okay, what are you doing? I mean, it would be amazing. I'm not going to lie.
I would have just like called her in and be like, do what you will with them. Just make them stop. Get them out of our way, would have been my phrasing.
It had crossed my mind, but I'm not gonna use it yet because I don't trust that demon lady.
Oh no, I don't either. But Maisie's not in a place to
I
give a shit right now.
Cal doesn't. I mean, I don't trust her at all, but Cal will be less keen.
That would be a moment. Make her teleport in and have come back.
I was really hoping I had the coin. I think Macy's just gonna stay on the ground and like blood knuckle the damn dagger in her hand as she very slowly starts standing up.
Sure. Is that everything for the round then?
Yeah.
Sure. You struggle your way to your feet. And Maisie might not realize it, but there's like this fury in your eyes.
Sure.
I guess the only person that might see anything, unnamed character who was on the ground getting beaten. You see this girl, this tiefling, stands up, resilient as fuck, just been knocked down hard, just stands up. Actually, no, not girl. Sorry, goblin. Stands up, and you see the eyes just go like a weird sort of like reddish color. And I don't think Maisie realizes that's happening. And we go all the way around to leather jacket guy. Sees you get back up. Sees the jackal werewolf-esque thing. Considers a couple things for a second and is like, yeah, no, I don't think so. He's like, you guys got this. And he just like starts walking away.
Whip.
And he like calls to the others like, come on. And he just starts walking fast away. The big armored robot-y whatever guy is just gonna start walking over to Jamoth and just swings like this insanely powerful arm straight into her face, or tries to at the very least.
Won't I get an
18.
attack of opportunity?
You can do, that is true. It would have to be melee though, you can't cast a spell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My bloody screen. Look it, she's got daggers too. Let's try and dagger it.
Roll to hit.
That ain't gonna do shit. 12.
12. You like vaguely swing and it's straight off this armor. Not a single scratch. Yeah, just walks over, swings, gets an 18, and I'm gonna do. Jeez. Yeah. 9 damage. This is half of Jane's health. As there's just this horrid crunch as her ribs just like obviously bust inwards from this. I don't know. Maisie from behind, you see something's up. That punch was so strong. The tiefling sees the jacket boy. I'm just not giving them the names because you don't know them yet. Walking away. He turns back, obviously like, and you hear him say, "But I don't want to leave." And you see the jacket boy turn over. He's like, "We're leaving now." He's like, "Fine." As he starts walking away. But he doesn't sprint. He just starts walking. Carly.
Still running.
Yep. You get 60 feet.
Hang on. I will do that. I will do that. I will do that. And I'll do...
That's 90 feet. That's
That!
100 feet.
I
That's 110 feet.
know, I know. I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
Yeah, I mean, my grasp of numbers may be bad, but it's not that bad. In fact, no, my grasp of numbers is very good.
Out there.
I can add all the way up to 3.
That's 2 more than me.
How do I get that to stay there while I pick me up?
Wait, which was 2? Right click.
Right.
Just pick yourself up, and it should give you a ruler behind you to show.
Ooh, when you press M, there's a thing. You can press 4, and it turns on an option that I'm going to presume. Yeah, it's the thing that shows the distances.
Oh, yeah.
I moved you, Cal.
Thank you. Yes, I noticed. Thank you.
So when you press M and then press 4 to turn that on, you can then come out of that mode, and then when you move people, it starts showing the distances.
I don't know if I'm actually in range of anybody yet. I shall now try again. Not too close, unfortunately. I think I'm still way. Yeah, I'm in range of our side, but nobody else.
Bash is going to load in another one of these beanbag rounds and fire at the big metal boy. And is going to hit with a 19. Just, it goes in, hits and dents a little bit. But, 3 damage. Doesn't really feel like it's doing much. He doesn't even seem to be particularly bothered. Jamoth, having just been punched, is like, okay, game on. Just gonna start slashing. You can do, bite, chops in an 18, does hit, and does, that's not bad, 7 damage. You can see the mouth goes around some of the metal and just crunches with this hugely powerful jaw, and pierces a little bit into the metal. There's like a little spark, and the metal dents. Still doesn't seem too bothered. Unnamed person who has been beaten on the ground with potions. What are you doing?
Potioning the bitch in front of me again.
Okay. Remember, if it's range, you will
Hopefully.
have disadvantage. If they're ranged.
No, it's not. It's
They're
see
saves.
within
right?
range.
Hmm?
Just as a creature I can see within range.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I do throw that potion bottle.
Okay.
So I'm technically casting Frostbite.
Okay, you just grab another bottle, directly like into a chest, just smash the glass on a chest. Damage?
Con 11 again.
That's a con, okay. 19.
Fuck off, bitch!
You see it just like go over this, is that half damage on miss?
I don't believe so.
It's a cantrip, so
No.
no.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it like go onto the leather and she's just like, bitch, please. Her turn, she's gonna go for another punch. I'm trying to slap you. I think you're gonna get hit that time. That is a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, I'm getting hit.
But she didn't have much strength, so it's just 1 damage. Just like backhands you. And then is going to try to walk past you confidently. Get an attack of opportunity if you want
Is
to.
she? Yeah. So she's walking, isn't she?
Yes.
Damn it! I wanted her to run so I could try and close the line her.
No, she's just like walking away confidently.
I'm just gonna try and slap her back then.
Sure.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fucking happen. That's 11.
No. Actually, let me just check. No. Yeah, you try to swing. Luckily, she's already turned around, so she doesn't see how embarrassing it is that you just went completely missed. She walks off. She's going to. Oh no, yeah, she's going to walk the normal. Cromwell.
I've got my full movement, which is
50 feet. I mean, 50-ish, to foot of a square.
I think that counts as the next
Like the ones that say 51, 52, that's fine. I'm not going to be that precious.
Well, I was trying to remember on which side of it the threshold is, but I think it is right. Wait, I'll do it to this one.
Sure. That it?
That's it.
Sorry,
I will through the mental link to Cal. I will ask if he is able to command the bad people in any way.
I can. Yeah, I have a sort of something I can do, but not from here. I'm too far away.
Okay. Well, I'll just say at some point we may want to command them to collect, because we don't want to be holding these things when the cops get here.
The mouse folk floating in the air, seeing the people wandering away, presses beep, 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 a couple more things on the wrist device of some sort. Doesn't do anything else. Maisie, having stood up, I guess you're seeing them all walk away. Prime concern, I guess, is a big metal boy punching Jameth like nobody else.
Yeah, I think she's still kind of limp and like bleeding quite profusely. But she still moves very quickly around the edge here and takes both knives directly into the abdomen of this thing.
Give it a go.
That is a 18 and a 14.
One hits, one doesn't.
Hit.
One of them you catch gets through a little bit of the metal. The other one just kind of like skims off the metal, doesn't seem to pierce through.
Well, good thing the hefty one hit. And I roll quite well on those. 10 piercing and 3 lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah, you can see with that one big stand, when you pull the knife out, there's like a hole caved in. Give me a perception.
I have a -2, so 11.
It's very dark, hard to see what's going on. The only thing of note, no blood on the end of your knife.
Don't care.
Maybe so, but I'm just letting you know anyway. At this point, they're just walking away, so a good 60 feet of movement. The big old Mechano boy in front of you, you pull out and you see him just like stand up. I should add as well, he's like almost 7 foot tall or something, huge in comparison to you. Just looks down. You see these 2 glowing dotted red eyes in behind the helmet, and he just turns around. And then you see a weird amount of smoke coming from his feet, and then this sort of like rumbling noise with as flames start jetting out of his feet, and he just starts lifting in the air. Yes, you do get opportunity attacks. He's just lifting in the air. Oopsie daisy. Let's go.
It's a natural 20.
Sure, you definitely get to hit him as he goes away. Jameth gets a chance. That completely misses. That's a 2 on the dice. Not going to happen. So you hit him as he starts to go away, and he's actually going to move over to the mouse folk. And
2 lightning damage, 10 piercing.
Yeah, you just catch like a tube or something as he's going away. You see like a of some kind of weird, gross blackness that like splatters over your body. It doesn't stop him from going away, but you caught something. Now we just have people walking away. Carly, you see in the distance through the darkness just a sudden like light of flame as something just goes through the air.
I'm running along. Calais running along thinking, I wish I was Flint. I'm sure he was much faster than this.
Damn stupid watery legs.
Just you come and attack me in the water and see what happens.
You don't need to use the measurement thing. If you see in the bottom right-hand corner when you've got that open, there's like a picture of like an outline of a person.
Yes. Oh yes.
If you do that one, and then you can close the whole like thing, it just tells you the movement when you're moving. There you go.
Am I in range to do anything yet? Now I do need the ruler thing. Hang on. A second. I bet I'm not, am I? I can't tell who the baddies are. It's too dark.
You've just clicked on the top of the building.
Have I? Oh, so I have. Oh, yes.
That's cheating.
From the angle I was at, that looks okay. Let's try it again. There, Mr. Picky. I can't actually. There. It's up in the air. I can't tell. Ooh, they're in range, ish. So
What's your range?
That's 120.
Yeah, but they're 20 feet in the air. So
I know they are. I don't know
S
if my
squared
math
plus
is
B
good.
squared equals C squared. 120
Yeah.
and 20.
It's I really want to work it out. It's going to be right on the edge of my range. I could just shoot to Tash, I suppose.
You could do.
So what do you think? Am I? I'll let you decide. Because I can't be bothered to. I reckon it's 113, 114 feet to there.
It's whatever the square root of 14,800 is.
14,800.
121.5 feet. You're not in range.
Oh,
That's funny. That's funny.
Do I have any features that allow me to go faster? No.
Also,
I
you
can see
couldn't do
it.
an action anyway because you dashed.
That's true. That's a very fair point. But it does mean next time I can walk and then do an action. Yay!
That's assuming they don't move.
yeah.
Which they might. I think if they were going to, they would have done by now.
They did. They
They
have
are
been moving.
Yeah.
The mouse hack hasn't.
Floated up in the air, and
Yeah.
now the big metal dude has gone up, kind of like Iron Man, and gone over towards the mouse folk. Jamoth is going to just, seeing everyone going away, transform back into normal Jamoth, clutching the chest and just like put a hand on your shoulder, Maisie, and just be like, okay, that's okay, we can calm down.
I don't know if Maisie's calming down. Can I make a wisdom save to see if Maisie's
You're
calming
more
down?
than welcome to, that's up to you.
God damn it, why do I roll well when I don't want to? It's 19.
I'd say you look into Jamoth's eyes, and Jamoth's usually really cool, doesn't care, all that kind of stuff. What you respect, fear, full fear in eyes. You of course don't realize why, but of course it's because your eyes are like glowing red right now.
Yeah.
Unnamed potion thrower, what you doing? Seeing everybody go away.
She's gonna turn around, shout, "Yeah, fuck off" at the pink haired girl, and hopefully throw something at her.
Okay.
Yeah, no. She's gonna attempt to throw something, but no.
So you're gonna oh, okay. So you see her fumble for something. It's like, yeah, come on, man. Grabs what she thinks is the rare potion. Throws. Do you want to roll a D1000?
Oh shit, I forgot I need more. 176.
176. Yeah, some wild magic flares. 176. Okay, you grab the potion. As you're about to throw it, you realize this is the wrong potion. You're like, oh, I don't know what to do. So you like fumble with it, don't throw it, and it smashes in your hands, and this like weird mix of you don't know what you put into it seeps into your hands. You're like, uh-oh. And then you feel like you're gonna vomit. Like your throat starts to like block up, and you're like, oh, and you just, and a toad crawls out of your mouth and falls onto the floor. That's what happens. That's
Oh,
your go.
I'm making a great first impression, aren't I?
And you see the pink-haired girl turn around to what you're seeing. You see this frog just, and it's just like, oh my god, how embarrassing! And then just turns back around. And it's her go, so she just walks off. Cromwell. Well, I tell you what. Are any of you guys going to be chasing after these people, doing anything else, interacting with them?
I was going to, but now I'm not because I feel bad.
It's up to you. There's still some close enough.
No,
I'm
not.
I'm initiative.
not.
What? I'm confused about what has the direction that this has gone in the last round. What is the from what I've just seen? What is the impression that I'm getting?
From which bit?
They think they're better than us,
Because there's a few things that have happened in this round.
Which bits in particular?
Some of them leaving, some of them staying, and whatever it was.
So they're all obviously leaving now.
New characters just did.
Sure. They're all obviously leaving now. So you can see that the big metal guy did stick around for a second, but now has flown off, and you can see he's in the process of about to grab the mouse folk and keep jetting in a different direction. So they're all going away. None of them are staying around. And in terms of what just happened with your potion throwing new person, you don't know, just tried to do something and then a toad came out of her mouth. You probably wouldn't see that from a distance. It actually looked more like she tried to throw a potion and then threw up on the floor. So you're very confused about what just happened. Rightfully so.
Them leaving is very inconvenient for me.
Make them leave more.
I can't make them leave more. I want them to stay so I can plant drugs on them. But I've called the pigs to this location, so I can't be found with them.
Yep.
Oh shit!
I think that's why they're moving away, Alex. But that's okay.
No. If I'm honest,
I think they're moving away because Alex didn't want to kill all of us.
I'm going to be truly honest with you. They're moving away because shit just went down in a direction they were not expecting. They were beating up some poor girl, and then a werewolf, a red glowing-eyed goblin, someone with a gun in the back there. Everything just fucking went wild, and they were like, "Yeah, no, this ain't us. They're bullies, but this ain't them," you know. So they just left.
Okay.
So what is Cromwell going to do? Dumping
I'll walk over to the pond and mage tentacle my 6 bags of angel fire into the pond under some mud or something.
We'll come out of initiative at this point because obviously
Don't
they're all
get to
going.
frame anyone with it. It was such a good plan. I had so many plans.
I'm going to
for
close
it.
down Talspire as well. Yes. So at this point, it's dark, and as they sort of scutter off, this big metal robot-y whatever guy just into the distance lands a little bit further down with the mouse folk, and they all just keep fucking off into the darkness. They've gone. And as it stands, Cromwell, you go over to the pond and just dump everything, and then Carly, you probably catch up to the others first, as I'm sure, Purdy, you would be looking at Maisie, hurt as anything. Jameth, still pretty hurt, but looking concerned at Maisie. Don't know the names. And who's just all right, calm down. You can bring it down. I don't know what's going on with the eyes, but bring it down.
What do you mean?
I start kind of dusting myself off and be like, thanks for that and all.
Yeah.
You guys good?
Not really, I guess.
Carl will be heading over towards Macy, who's obviously very, very poorly.
Coughing up blood a little bit. Yeah.
When
You ain't supposed to do that.
When he gets to Maisie, he will do a healing word. Ooh. And that's my last spell. Actually, I can get one back.
Right.
And that is 1d4 plus 3.
Right. Amazing. Yeah.
Do you want to roll it?
Oh, am I rolling it?
I can roll it.
Yeah, you can roll.
I have a d4 somewhere. That's a d100. That'll do.
D100 will do.
As this conversation is happening, Cromwell will be jogging up to the group and then through the group and past, and will say out loud, "Walk and talk. Pigs are on the way."
Pigs? What do you mean the pigs are on the way?
6.
What the fuck is he on about?
7.
Who even did that thing?
Go or be stopped by the cops.
Sorry, that's you can come with us. Things are gonna get a little weird if you do, but apparently the cops are coming.
I'm down for weird.
Okay. This way.
Huh?
Well, shall we stay together this time then?
I mean,
guess.
I'd like it if I weren't left alone. I mean, you saw what happened when I get left alone.
I mean,
fair
everyone's
point.
walking, so you have to make the decision to follow them. Bash is.
I'm walking with them.
Sure. Maisie, are you gonna follow with them the apartment direction, or?
No, I'm still headed. I mean, probably behind them now because I'm lagging a little bit.
Jameis with you.
But
You've got 6 points back.
thank you.
Jameis with you.
I'm following Jameis.
And as everyone kind of goes off ahead, yeah, Maisie, you start curving around the front of the mall, and Jameis like, we really should go back. You're hurt. Like, what are you gonna do like this? What if you find them and you're like this?
Yeah, the rest of them are going that way. Like, why are we going this way?
The one thing we can guarantee is that, and she looks back at unintroduced, unnamed so far, that your sister won't be hurt because of what the other one was saying.
It's true. I think at the moment we all need to at least regroup a bit.
I'm going to agree with what this one says. I don't know what's
She's gonna
going
be
on, but I'm
waiting on me
agreeing.
though. She's gonna be waiting on me though, and I don't want to keep her waiting.
And
Can
can
I just interject?
can we stop you?
If your sister is waiting on you, right, because of whoever this other one is and whatever they're doing, don't you think you should be in like better shape and everything? Because like one more hit, and I think you're gonna be down.
Either you can go now and probably die again, or we can, get better, get prepared, and not die again.
What she said.
We need to
I mean,
be ready.
I don't know if you
Don't worry,
say she
Maisie.
for Jameis, because Jameis is currently like this huge, what was it? It's a hobgoblin, I believe.
Hobgoblin, yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, okay. What they said.
We will find it.
Fine.
I mean,
Fine.
you can ignore me. I'm kind of just following you going around right now, but
No, you come on.
I think-
It's
I think they're
dangerous out
talking
here.
sense.
If you're gonna follow us, you're sleeping on the floor. We don't have any extra beds.
Oh, I've got my whole like own apartment and all.
Good for you.
You guys are welcome to crash there if you need to.
You know what that
Is
might
it
not be such a
closer
bad
than the
idea.
university?
No, it's at the university.
At the university? Oh, that's interesting. You're at university, are you?
Yeah, first year.
Oh, right. That's interesting.
Is it?
What are you studying?
Oh, a whole heap of things.
Can probably not remember.
Blacksmithing, arcane engineering, and the one above it.
Oh my god.
Hey, I remember 2 out of 3 there.
You did.
That's not bad.
Alchemical studies was your other one.
I just,
That's
I asked the
It's
question.
the one above it on the list.
I asked the question. I suddenly thought, I hope she didn't ask what I'm studying because I can't remember.
Why would she ask?
Yeah, well, exactly. I'm hoping she won't. So that should be fine. Oh well, if you got
Yeah,
somewhere,
so what you studying?
you don't. I don't look like a student. I look like a tall lady elf.
Oh shit, yeah.
I did just
So,
say we're going towards the university, though.
That is true.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're at uni as well?
No, we're,
Yeah,
Plenty
we
of
all
stuff towards the
we're
university.
close by, not at. And James is going to start walking and guiding Maisie that way.
Yeah, I'm going with her. I'm not fighting anymore.
Sorry guys. That Toad's repeating.
In character? That's in character. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I was
From the
like
Toad.
muting. I was like, no, I'm gonna do that in character.
I
Yeah.
want to ask about that. I didn't imagine, did I? You spat a toad out.
Nah, it happens every now and then.
Okay. Well, okay, fine. That's not something I've often come across. But okay.
I've got a really bad habit of not labeling my vials, so like pick it up and be like, oh shit, nah, that ain't supposed to go. And I kind of just splashed this one on me and
Okay. Can I suggest you do label your vials because that'll make things a lot easier for you.
nah, what's the fun in that?
Right.
Well, okay.
As you're getting closer to the uni, James, like, do you have like people who can make sure that they don't beat you up again?
Nope.
All right.
I'm alone.
I'm going to give you.
Sorry, why would they beat you up in the first place?
I mean, yeah. Stuff. Things. Yeah.
Not helpful, but okay.
All right. I'm going to give you a number of someone I know, and you can call them in the morning and talk to them and make sure that you don't get beaten up again.
Ah, yeah. Cool.
All right.
Cheers.
And Jameth gives you Jameth's number.
Did
Right.
it have her name at the top?
No, it's just a number.
Yeah.
And then
Thanks.
Jameth's going to, with Maisie, just guide like to the east, not towards the uni, just off in a random direction, and presume that people will follow. Bash.
Well, nice to meet you. Try and keep out of trouble.
Yeah.
What's your name, by the
Nah.
way?
Name's Luna.
Oh, nice to meet you, Luna.
And you.
I'm
Dude.
I'm leaving. I'll see you.
So yeah, Jay just goes off into like a random like alley, just so there's no line of sight. And he's like, right, so I guess we wait for a bit and then go that way.
What's she doing? Has she gone yet?
I presume she's just walking off, or is she waiting?
She's kind of just ambling along, like, I don't really want to go back to my apartment on my own. Just like,
How long does she
walking
amble
through
for?
this way. Oh, like she ambles the whole way there.
Okay, so like
It
it's a
depends on
while,
how long
but she
it takes
does
her to get
go
there.
off. Sure, and then there's
Yeah.
maybe like a couple hours you guys just sort of waiting, unless you plan on doing anything in the meantime. Cromwell.
Just a circuitous route, stopping, doubling back every now and then to try and make sure that I've not been followed, and would have changed, used a disguise self at one point to kind of cement that.
Eventually, you will get back to
Lamenting the loss of my drugs.
you will get back to the apartment, and I imagine just crash. Bash, I don't know. I guess he just goes onto the sofa, and just lies down.
Well, neither gave him her room anyway.
Yeah,
So.
but he's not gonna. He just goes onto the sofa.
You mean Maisie's not going to find him in the morning cuddled up with Neva's toy? Like, cuddly.
No. And,
Cal will
What
feed
do you
his-
reckon Neva might have had in her drawers?
Oh, I probably, like, if you come ask me, I'd probably call it a shit, but...
That's alright, I'll leave that for another day.
Cal will feed Mimi.
yes.
Mimi the Mimi the Mimic.
The night goes past, and Friday morning rolls around. Now, Carly, you do have something at 9 in the morning. The rest of you, 10 o'clock would roll around. Obviously, that's when Maisie, you're the only person who has anything then.
I am aware, yes.
So, the morning comes around, and you don't look exactly like yourself. Do you still go to class, or...?
Maisie wasn't planning on going to class. No.
No, because what will happen is I'll turn back into meat while I'm there.
No, it would be at the end-ish, but yes, that's fine.
Yeah, but there'll be people around. I don't want anybody to associate tall elvish lady with. So I'll I can't even. Can I send a message to the say I'm poorly and I can't make him? I
Yeah,
suppose you don't need to.
you would. It's university. You just don't turn up.
Don't turn up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes against the grain though, because Cal's like, oh, I'm gonna miss a lesson. I'm gonna miss a lesson. There might be something
Yeah.
really important. I might come up in the exam or dear.
You're like agitated in the morning, like drinking some coffee, and then Bash just from the sofa, just like, please, can you not?
Yes, but I'm missing a lesson, aren't I?
Oh, there are so much more important things right now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, lessons are important because of exams, and exams lead to career. It can make a break, you know.
Has been taken somewhere,
Well, that is, yes, that is true.
and
Yes.
we don't know where.
That's also true. Yes.
10 o'clock rolls around, and you will feel your bodies cracking and cracking back into, the normal shape. Bash is just like sitting at the table by like 10:30. Cromwell, you don't have anything till 11. Are you planning on going to classes, or is everyone sticking back?
Do I know if Prof M has any office hours today.
He does not.
What about the other arcane person whose name I can't remember? The other magic theory person, not the enchantment hobgoblin.
I was going to say, because you've got... Well, you've got enchantment.
She's like a gnome or someone.
You're talking about magic theory. Magic theory isn't a course. What's your other course?
It's arcane theory, isn't it?
Arcane theory, that's the one. Are you talking about Tasha Pepper?
I don't think so. I have her name written down somewhere.
Pifia.
You say Pifia?
Pifia.
No, her name is Katwain. Jess Katwain, I think.
Jess Katwain.
I think it was Jess.
She takes one thing of arcane theory. Did I just not see it? Oh, there she is. Yep, I was also looking at the wrong one, so that doesn't help. She does at 3:00.
Great. Cal, please can I have those gauntlet-y things?
You do have gauntlets hidden in your gauntlet.
Oh yes, those we found. Yeah.
And so I've got those. I've got the techie style ones. And I think those are the only things we needed identifying at the moment.
Fine.
So yeah, I'll still go to my classes, and then at 3 I'll head to her, but I'll skip whatever there would have been at that if I have something then.
So 11:00 rolls around. You're probably coming outside. Maisie, she coming out today?
Probably.
So Maisie, Jameith,
probably
Bash,
going to dig through
Harley.
Neva's things.
Sure. Well, for now, you come out, and all of you are just probably Cromwell getting ready to go out. You're all just chilling in the main bit. Not much being said, I'm sure.
There's no chill. Maisie has no chill.
But as you come out,
Yeah.
Jameith's like, how are you feeling?
Like shit.
That's fair enough. But are we feeling rational? I mean, the eyes have calmed down, so...
What do you mean eyes? You said that yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about.
They went, like, fully red.
Sure wasn't just, like, the light? Trick of the
I'm
light?
sure. I was staring you directly in the eyes. I was weirdly scared, considering I could turn into a... Well, you've seen it now.
It's like a dog thing, right, that you turn into?
I think the technical term is a jackal.
Yeah, well, it's a kind of dog. Don't they have like weird color vision? Are you sure that it's not just you being like colorblind?
Me at that point. These are all valid questions, but I saw what I saw.
Okay.
Well, add it to the list of weird things, I guess.
Kind of the least of our problems right now.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm gonna go look through Neva's diary or something to see if she has like a place. She knows a place that Franklin would go to. I don't know. I don't know.
Is Neva's door locked?
Yeah,
As if that would matter.
Well,
Yeah.
it's whether or not you need to make a roll.
Would we have spare keys for the doors?
I mean, you can have them made if you want Maisie to have a spare key. That's fine.
Yeah, she would have gave
If-
Maisie a spare key.
Sure.
I was gonna say, if you gave Bash the room, surely you gave him the key.
Yeah, I would
Actually,
imagine.
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's fine. To be fair, you gave him the room, but I don't think you ever gave a key because you never actually arranged that. But it doesn't really matter. The point is, yes, you can have a spare key. So you walk into Neva's room. It's so much tidier than yours, I'm sure. You know, clean,
I'm
pristine.
sure, yeah. I'm used to it.
Does Neva hide her diary?
Yep.
Give me an
Maisie will know
investigation.
exactly where.
Maisie's found it before.
Yeah,
100%.
Maisie would know exactly where.
Then
Because
you,
it's the same place she hid it at home.
then you go searching through. Obviously, the latest entry isn't there. But it probably have everything up to...
That was a brain entry, Alex. He said she said
That's
so
worth it,
in the...
obviously. So you'd have everything up to, you know, the night prior. Obviously, she went out. So, what are you searching for in particular?
anything about Franklin to start, and then from there narrowing it down to like places she's gone with Franklin that maybe they've had quiet moments or something.
Okay, give me an investigation.
I don't have exhaustion anymore, so 16.
16. Well, first question for Neva at this point. Does she write about Franklin much?
So, question: what month is it in? Show.
I believe you're in November, but let me just confirm that for you. Yes, you're in November. It is currently the 21st of November.
And how long have we been here?
Since when was term start?
September.
Yeah, 8th of September specifically.
Yeah, so there'll be stuff about Franklin in there.
Sure.
Because her diaries are by year. She gets a new one every year.
Of course they are.
So yes, there's some things about Franklin. And would she be one for writing about like private spots, personal places, or is this like
Oh
going
yeah,
diary?
100%.
Sure.
Like, there's no filter in her diaries.
Then there's a few spots that are highlighted, a little bit of gross detail that you sort of just skim past. A few parks that they've been to, this and that. There's only a couple places that highlight in your mind as like private sort of places. Firstly, there is a unnamed restaurant that they've been to a couple times where Franklin / Neva money is able to pay for like an exclusive VIP back room, or ridiculously expensive, that kind of stuff. You probably would vaguely know possibly what restaurant, because you'd know kind of the places that people go near you. The other place, they have previously gone on sort of trips vaguely around this side of the continent in an airship, which is written about a little bit because that's really romantic and enjoyed and stuff like that, as they go to like little spots here and there. Someone else flying, of course, but that's has moments of privacy obviously in there because they've got their own room. It's very expensive, like the one that your parents brought recently, but more focused on carrying people around than cargo. But those are only two like highlighted bits of information.
Is there a name of the airship?
I have not got one off the top of my mind, but you're welcome to make one up.
Was it when they were on it carrying a box that could hold something roughly the size of an apple?
Purdy can make it up since she's the one that's been abducted on it.
Fuck you.
Lovely name.
Your backstory characters.
You.
Your problems.
Fuck. Shit, give me a minute.
I'm trying to find somewhere I have a file that contains the name of your parents.
Can it be called the Newton's Fall?
The Newton's Fall.
It's probably called the Zion.
The Zion.
All right. Well, definitely not the restaurant, because I don't think that Cyborg Franklin would have purchased the back room as Cyborg Franklin to store an abducted person in it. Private airship seems more likely.
So I'm trying to find the document that contains the name of that. So for now, I'm just going to write it down wherever. Let's put it in there. When you say the Zion, are you saying Z-Y, Z-I?
Z-I-O-N.
Okay. So yes.
Zed.
Z-I-O-N.
Z.
Z's nuts. Sorry. Sorry.
It also works with Zed. Zed's nuts.
No, it doesn't.
Not as good. No.
Anyway, yeah, that's all that's in there then, that you are particularly taking note of.
Cool. The Zion it is.
Okay. Yeah, as you sort of come
Find Neo
out.
first. We've got to find Neo first.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cromwell, you're probably leaving at this point, as Maisie, you come back out, and Gemma's like, so what do we do now?
Go back to Flori and poke around for the Zion.
I don't know what any of. I mean,
See you later.
why?
See
Like-
ya.
No? Firstly, how are
Well-
we getting back?
I figure I'm just going to use my parents' money, and if they ask me about it, they can figure it out later. It'll take them at least 24 hours to figure out that I'm traveling like that with with their card. And at that point, we'll have Neva back, and it won't be a problem because I'll have explained. Neva was taken by a psycho boyfriend that they hired to protect her.
Right, but to be fair, if it's an airship, it's probably not going to be in the same space as where it was originally docked.
No, but the last place it would have been docked is probably where he lives, so they would have flight records, right? So
I don't know. I've never been around like people owning airships.
well, theoretically, that's where it would be.
But you also know it wouldn't be docked at where they live. It would be docked like there'd be like a huge dockyard nearby where like your parents' ship,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
his parents' ships, and all that would be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in the city where we live. It's next steps. Next steps.
Right, I guess.
They really just have to be doing something.
I mean, can you think of any way we could, apart from this, to go? I mean, is there anything? I can't think of any way we'd find the airship apart from going to where it came from.
Bash speaks up and like, well, there's usually logs of where the airships are going, but I would imagine that this is, if it is an airship, it's not would have been taken properly. That
True,
being said,
true.
there are ways of, I mean, they're huge things. There'll be sightings, possible, air traffic. I don't know.
Plus, we
Easy,
can
easy.
go
You're
for my
fine.
parents' boat and
Yeah, I was gonna
ask the
say-
captain. The captain loves us, so
Yes,
he'll help
that's what I was going to
us.
say. You must have some contacts in that kind of world. Perhaps you can put the word out. They must keep in touch so they don't bump into each other in the air or something. Perhaps you can.
Yeah,
We can hope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth a try, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
something.
if
Because I
not,
don't think,
definitely.
even if we, I think you're right. If we go to where the ship came from, even if they're supposed to log, it didn't look to me like he was going to be, filling in all the forms.
Mm.
Let's try that first. Maybe somebody has got some record of the ship where it shouldn't be or something.
Yeah. I want to ask Professor Velka for help.
It's a very sensible move.
I don't know who this is, but any help, I'm sure, if you trust them.
Yeah,
Oh, she's a pretty impressive person.
one of the only professors I trust around here.
Been alive 10,000 years.
Jameis speaks up as well as
10,000-year-old
like,
assassin.
Jameis speaks up as like, should we, like, I don't like splitting up, but should some of us stick around in case she turns up somewhere around here? Like, we can talk with Captain Dale or something, and like, because the last thing I want is for us to go away and then for her to,
That's a very good point, actually. We can't guarantee that she's on the airship.
If she's able to get back here on her own, she'll have access to a talk stone.
Yeah, but all
She
she's
can
got,
always
if the
contact
airship is seen around here, what if, I don't know, I don't want us all to go somewhere and then find out that we need it elsewhere. Because at least some of us can stick around. I can stick back if you want. It's not like I'm going to be going to classes anyway. Me and Gail can keep an eye.
Maybe just Gail can let us know. I'd rather you come with us, honestly.
All right. I just want to make sure.
We should, we should leave a message here in case she does come back. Telling her where we've gone.
All right. I guess you talk to Professor Velka, and we'll just kind of go whenever. I've never done a teleportation thing, so I don't know if we need to arrange that or what. What do we do there?
No, I've never done one of those.
What do we do there, Alex?
Take a train, walk along, pay the fare.
Cool.
Here you go.
Cool. Then just show up, really.
We're not
Pay
gonna
him a
get
bunch of money and
We're
go.
not going to get that tall person turning up, are we? Because you're teleporting.
I don't. I mean, if he showed up all the time, then the teleportation circles would be forever bogged down by this big blue man. So.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Is that? Yeah. And what are we going to do if you do find out and he's there? Like, he might just go away.
Kill him, get Neva back.
What if he goes away again?
That's a
I don't
fair
know.
point. He teleported last time. How do we stop that happening?
Like, we don't really have any big guns.
Badger's got big guns.
Well, yes, but I don't think that's what she means. We could always ask extra help from whoever the hell that was that we met last night. I didn't actually
How?
get a name. I don't know. She had powerful magic. I was kind of expecting her to have run me by now.
Oh, the one with the potions who threw up a frog?
The vile person, yeah.
At the very least, cannon fodder.
Well, I
I
think
mean, if
all
she's down to help.
the more help we
Don't
have, the
have her
better.
number. She'd have to ring me.
Maybe she'll ring us while I'm waiting to talk to Professor Dinson then.
Sure.
It
Right,
would be incredibly funny if she didn't.
It would be very
It's
funny
just
if she didn't.
I'm good.
I just wanted to be there to get the shit beat out of me and throw up a frog. I'm good now.
I'll wait for her to call and talk to her if that happens. You talk to Professor Dinson. Cromwell's obviously going to be talking to a professor, but I think about other things. Carly, I don't know if you've got anything you'd want to arrange.
No, not really. I think it's the quicker we get going, the more chance we get of getting our bats safe.
Right. And Bash says, and I will. I might go ahead. See if I can scout anything nearby. I'm not going to talk to any of the parents, not your parents or anyone yet. Just want to look at the port, see if anything's amiss. I'm not going to do anything. Just sort of scout.
Stay in touch.
Will do. And he's just gonna get up, collect a few things, and just go out the front door. So,
Before Maisie heads off to find Velka, I don't know what time this is. time is this?
11:30.
Yeah, before
the
Maisie heads
morning?
out.
Yes.
Before Maisie heads out, she'll go up and give Jay a quick hug and then run out.
Aw. Sure. She heads off. Cromwell, at what time were you planning on trying to talk to Professor what's her name? Jessica Twain.
You said that her office hours start at 3.
That is true.
So
You're going for
3.
3. Are you looking for Velka straight away, or waiting for when you would usually see her?
No, she's actually gonna walk around the city a little bit
Mhm.
to try to cool off, and then head to the practice field early and wait for their chain knife training.
Okay. In which case, the first thing we come to is you talking to Professor Twain.
Hello, Professor.
Ah, it worked!
Are we all here? Everyone's here still?
Yes.
Great.
You right? If you
do a
remember,
couple of things.
halfling, blue hair, spiky.
Yeah.
You can speak eye to eye with her.
She's got a big staff, if I remember rightly.
Mhm. You can speak eye to eye.
Need a couple of things from you, Prof, if that's okay.
I mean, I can do what I can do.
Great. Can you identify things?
I can. I'll be honest
Brilliant.
with you. Not a usual request from a student. It's usually like, can I have some help with, school stuff?
No, I'm trying to expand my extracurricular things. So, would you mind identifying these 2 things for me, please? I'll hand over the Techie Bracer and Mystery Bracer with black and lace.
Mm-hmm. So, first things first, the bracer. She looks at it and takes
Techie Bracer or Bracer with lace?
bracer with lace, the lacer.
Cool.
It takes it and takes a staff and like pops it a little bit, and she's like, "Oh, All right. Well, this is quite an interesting one. I'm not sure where you got this from. I'd say fairly rare. Effectively, as far as I can tell, I mean, I don't know. Identify doesn't really give a name. I've always been confused about the name of things because people can call it whatever they want. But anyway, it's like effectively these daggers that are sticking in, or this dagger sticking in, you can like pull one out. I think you can pull two out, and if you throw them, it'll come back.
So, in terms of my inventory, I think it's just called a bracer of something.
It's called a
right?
bracer of flaying daggers.
Yeah.
As I have called it. It's custom item. But effectively, you get a dagger. You know,
It's a normal item, isn't it? Unless yours is different.
Maybe it is a normal item. I mean, I forget
Daggers,
which ones
item rare, requires attunement.
Yeah, but is it the same thing? Or it might be.
This hand appears to have thin daggers strapped to it. As an action, you can pull up to 2 magic daggers from the bracer and immediately hurl them, making a ranged attack with each dagger. A dagger vanishes if you don't hurl it right away, and the daggers disappear right after they hit or miss. The bracer never runs out of daggers.
I have a feeling I homebrewed that into D&D Beyond.
I think it's a real thing.
I don't know.
Sure, either way.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I remembered making it. Doesn't matter. Maybe I'm going mad. Point is, you have it. It's like, yeah, it's quite a nice one. Obviously, you have to attune it. Daggers are useless if you don't throw them.
Cool.
It's
That's
a nice
fine.
little thing. Worth a pretty penny as well.
Oh, how much?
Well, I mean, it depends on who you're selling it to, but I'd say
Someone who's going to give me a reasonable price for it.
a reasonable price for something like this. Well, if you've ever been to magic shops, you know they tend to mark them up. I reckon you could get a couple hundred gold out of these things.
Oh, okay. That's not as much as I thought.
It depends on who you're going to, though. I don't know. I've never tried to sell.
There's a lady in Courtier I was told to go to sell stuff.
Oh, yeah,
She
Valerie.
runs. Yes. I think so. I think that was her name.
Yes. You wouldn't have known, actually. I don't think you were given a name. Oh, yes, you're right. Bit misunderstood. She's a vampire.
So you think? Oh. Well, no one's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and this other one?
She takes it off you and does the little thing again. And she's like, well, it's a bit of a weird one, this, because, like, it's a little... I've never seen anything like it. It kind of just feels... It don't really have, like, an official use. Like, I can tell you with those daggers exactly what they do, but this is more like, you know, it's connected to something. And, like, you could... Like, it interacts with something else and controls something else. It's like a remote control of some kind. But I don't know what it controls. It's wild, far beyond what I've normally seen. This is a lot of like technology rather than like purely enchanted magic kind of stuff. You know, like someone didn't make this and then make it magical. They kind of like infused a lot of arcane engineering. It's wildly advanced. I feel like you'd have to have a pretty good grasp of arcane engineering to reuse it, if anything, if it could be. That's not my place.
Okay. Do you think someone, if it controls a thing, do you think someone could use that thing to find it?
I really don't know. Like, if
Okay,
you want to
no
take it to Professor Pepper, more likely to know. I am, you know, I'm not really like if it was enchanted and stuff. Like I said, like if someone had made an object and then made it magical, I could tell you a bit more. But yeah, this ain't my spot.
Okay. No, that's fine. Thanks, Professor. Just one last thing. I happened last night to be swinging by the Dugnak's Reoccurring Dream, I think it's called.
Dugnack
You know,
Dream,
the Frenchling pub?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was this guy outside who was telling this story, and it rung a bell from something that I've read in a book. I just don't really remember very much about it, but I thought it sounded... I thought, you know, you or Professor Morthagus would be the people to ask if this is true. And he described this guy, and I will describe the Nightbringer.
Nightwalker.
Nightwalker. I will say he called him the Nightbringer, and he was like, he said that he'd seen him appear after another guy had, and I will describe the teleportation that we saw Franklin do. And I was like, and I know teleportation has like a thing that you got to pay for it. So, like, could you like follow someone teleported? Could you like know where they've gone? Is that why it's regulated?
Give me a deception just for my friend said.
I didn't say it was my friend.
You overheard someone say,
guy.
you know what I mean?
21.
Only just. She's like, well, I think you're talking about the Nightwalker. Most people will say Nightwalker will say is a myth, very real. I mean, you know, as professors and like being aware of all the Strangeland stuff and that, just to break it down, basically, teleportation is quite a complex thing, all in all. In that you don't just go from where you are to where you want to be. You kind of go through like a some people call it an empty plane. It's like a invisible, all around us kind of separate plane that you kind of tear through to skip through reality. I don't know if you've ever done any teleporting, but short range stuff, you know, obviously you won't really notice any of that kind of thing. It's just you barely nick the surface, but like long range stuff, you do that. Problem is, in this extra zone, there's some creatures that live there who don't particularly like people coming from their house. So about just over 400 years ago, when Strangelings were like first around, there was a big issue where like lots of these big dragon things were coming out like, well, please don't teleport through where we are. So they agreed with the Nightwalker, who's supposed to be, you know, protecting that sort of like protecting our realm from them and them from our realm. Made an agreement to have like specific channels, kind of like roads through the world. That's why anyone who teleports outside of those long range is in a bit of trouble, because you know you're putting the whole world at risk, kind of. Supposedly, there's parts around the world where people are finding teleportation where you can not go through the empty plane and sort of have this. But I mean, I don't know if that's true. So yeah, we have these teleportation stations, which unfortunately have been captured by capitalism, but they allow you to go through these allowed paths. So to answer your main question, could you follow someone who's teleported? You and I, no. I'm sure some of the gods could. The Nightwalker, some say he's a god. He's something like it. Maybe he can, but I couldn't tell you really. That's kind of one of those super duper powerful people worry about that. Not us. I know, you know, I'm pretty powerful as it goes.
Okay, so he made a deal with the Strangelings 400 years ago, and it's kind of, if I'm understanding you right, it's kind of like shipping lanes. You can go from one place to another, but you've got to go through the sea to do it. And if you go outside of the lane, then you know, the nature of whoever. Okay. Oh well, you know, how often does that happen?
Not too often, to be honest. Yeah, Strangelings fought Kraken 400 years ago. I think there's been a few attacks since, but yeah, I think any of the main ones stopped a little bit back. You know, maybe someone else killed a Kraken. Don't know.
Sure. I don't know how many of those there would be. So
tends to only be at any reported time one Kraken.
Huge. Oh well, there you go.
They are huge things.
Maybe it was the last one and it died. So okay, so teleportation, bad. Big blue teleportation man, real, and connected to the Strangelings.
Well, he's one of your Strangelings. So the power of the Nightwalker gets passed down. You know, if someone dies, if the Nightwalker dies, it gets passed to whoever they want. Or I believe you can they can pass it on through some, I don't know what happens. I think there was like a thing that happened with that, but effectively, yes, he used to be one of the Strangelings, and he had to take on this responsibility, and he's been alive this whole time.
Was he one of the ones who fought the Kraken you mentioned?
I think so.
Oh well, there you go. Maybe he took down the last one because he wants to be the only big monster guy.
Oh, if that's the case, you'd be wrong. There's a lot of big monster guys around here. But for God's sakes, there's a dragon up a mountain.
Excuse me?
There's a dragon on top of a mountain.
Since when? I've been here for like 3 months. I've never seen a dragon at the top of the mountain.
Rowyn, big golden dragon. Yeah, I've been around. Well, I mean, she's been around a very long time, but she's been here since the Strangelings were around. They made some kind of deal as well. They were powerful people. But anyway, point is, lives up in a mountain. I say you go back 100 years, sightings of her flying around, but no one's seen much for the last 100.
Well, that just seems... Hang on. Have you seen it personally?
No, not personally, but I definitely know people who have. Some of the elves around here. Talk to Professor Vasvas, yeah, or some of those elves have been around for a while. Very real, very real. Protects the city. Well, supposedly did at one point.
Okay, well, that's a lot of information at once. Thanks, Professor. Bye, I guess. See ya.
Yes, she's an old drinking buddy.
I don't have any more questions.
Yeah.
If I have no more classes, I will go back to La Flat.
You do have one at... Oh no, this is at 3 o'clock, so no, you're chill. Easy. At 5 o'clock, you're sitting there, and Valka...
No, I'm actively training.
Okay, you're having a trainer. Valka walks in, got some things and stuff, just normal stuff, and she walks in, sees you. I don't know if you catch her immediately, but she just watches you for a bit. Just lets you do your thing before eventually stepping in after a couple minutes. Just like, all right.
I need your help.
What's the point of these classes? It's usually for
My
help.
sister's missing.
That is...
She's been taken.
Okay. Sorry, just gonna have to pause for a second on that one. Actually, are we talking gone out drinking, missing, or...
No, she's been taken by her psychotic boyfriend that's been turned into a cyborg. I know it sounds insane, but I swear it's real.
You'd be surprised the sort of things I've come across. Do you know there's a dragon in the mountain? And I used to be friends with it.
That's really cool, but my sister's missing. And
I know,
I'm on the edge.
I'm helping you to understand that I will believe things.
Okay. Planning to track down a ship, an airship. I think it's probably there. I don't know whether to call... Is Cyborg still, I don't know. That's a lot to unpack.
If you want to ask that question, you'd have to ask someone from Kugaram, because they're all half robot these days. Well, the dwarves, the old dwarves.
Okay, that's crazy. Can you help? I don't know if he's going to be hostile when we find him, and he was honestly beating the shit out of us.
It has been a long time since I was in a position to go around and bend rules to my will. There are a lot of police forces and things that you should get involved before me. I would be unable to wander around pulling out my knives. As I would advise you are, you also should not.
The police force didn't even listen to us when we told them that Franklin was missing, so pardon me if I don't have much faith in them.
I know it's hard to take a step back. But in some cases, you're going to risk your life and make things worse. Now, some of the police, especially around here, we all know, they aren't exactly trustworthy. But some are, if you find the right ones. I don't know about...
Well, they may be in Fluari, so they're worse over there.
The best I could do is try to get some money together to help you hire somebody, an investigator.
How long would it take?
Depends on who you hire. I am unable to step away from the university and just gallivant around. As much as there is a part of me that would like to. But there are laws, and they are around for a reason. Not counting international conflict, if he is somewhere else.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have time for a lesson today. Thank you, though, for counsel.
I know I can't stop you from doing whatever you're thinking of doing. Because at one point I was exactly the same as you. But if you decide to go in a path that you know I wouldn't approve, please take an extra second before you do anything. Every time you do anything. And just think about how you're going to do it. Because I guarantee you, your first thought has a much higher chance of getting you killed. And sometimes, the slightly longer route is the much better route. You will put your friends in danger, you'll put yourself in danger, and possibly your sister in danger. Even if you are angry.
Let's have a big exhale and says, "Thank you, Velka." She'll walk away.
Yeah. Back at the apartment, I imagine everyone's kind of collected at the end of the day. Actually, before I do that, does Mystery Potion Thrower phone up at any point?
I mean, everyone knows her name's Luna now.
What?
What are you guys?
She literally said my name's Luna.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, fine. I didn't realize
Oh,
that.
right.
I said, "What's your name, by the way?" And she said, "Luna." Remember?
Does Luna phone?
Yeah, so my plan was to get her to phone about 11-ish.
I mean, we can
but
skip
obviously
that.
shit was
That's fine.
happening, so like she would have
You could
phoned.
have phoned earlier. That's fine. So Jane was just like sitting there waiting, and at some point her phone, heavy metal music. I imagine at this point she's got a song from Buckrack of Chaos rocking as her tune. And she's just like
I
looks at
got
it.
those. I got those.
She's dopey and she's looking at it like, who's this completely unknown number? Oh right, of course. Poke. Hello?
Yo, so like I was given your number last night by some person, and
Alright.
like I've been told that you could possibly help me with a sitch I'm in.
Do you want to tell me who this person was?
I don't know. Like there
Any
was some
descriptions?
goblin thing with like funky eyes.
Any other descriptions of the person that gave you the number?
Lane? No, wasn't the lady elf. That was the other one.
Nope.
Yes, I can't think of the name. Hobgoblin. They look like a hobgoblin. Yep.
Right. Okay. And they gave you my number.
Apparently, yeah. Like, did you like? Well, we've got a piece out and everything. So here, call this in the morning when you kind of need some help.
All right. And what do you need help with?
Not get beaten up and shit.
Okay. I guess you could come down to the apartment we're at then.
Sounds great. Yeah.
It's in the union.
Oh, right. Yeah. Whereabouts?
I forgot. There is definitely a number, apartment number I've given you guys before.
Yeah.
You
I
have.
can't
I
remember
can't
what it is.
remember this either.
It's number.
No, I
I'm
have
gonna
it
find
somewhere.
this number. Hang on.
Hold on, I have it somewhere. Where the fuck is my book?
It's not that important.
I don't
It's like
care.
two-
I'm finding it.
It's like 231C or some
Something
shit.
like that.
Okay, got my
Oh,
book.
I
got
actually
my
don't
book.
think I've got it written down. Oh, yeah, no, I'm missing sessions that I hadn't transferred onto the tablet yet.
Anyway, she says the apartment number.
Yeah, sound like I'm like a couple of floors up, so I'll be down in like 5.
I don't know
If
how you're a
that's
couple
cool.
floors up, seeing as they're on the first floor of 2 floors.
I thought they were like on the
No,
bottom.
there's a ground floor and a floor 1.
I'm like the floor below, so I'll be up in a minute.
Okay. Right. You eventually wander around, find the apartment, dunk, 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 and Jameis opens up just like, hello?
Yo. Take it the other one I was on the phone to?
Yo. Yes.
Yo.
Right, come in.
Why am I imagining a Jersey accent?
Alright, I'm Jameis. That one's Carly. That one...
Hello.
Maisie will still be there. That one's Maisie. And
He's not here.
that
What
was
are you talking
Bash.
about?
Oh no, you're going for one day. Yeah, that was Bash.
Bash had gone as well.
That's true. Wait, who is
Bash
actually in the
is
apartment right now? I think it's just Carly.
It's just Jay and Colin.
I'm Jameis. That's Carly.
Hello, nice to meet you.
We
Hey.
are the Breakfast Club. No.
I'm Luna.
Oh,
Right.
hello, Luna.
You want coffee?
Oh, shit, yeah.
All right. Hands over some coffee. Goes to sit down. It's like, all right. You wanted protection?
She's totally wearing this top.
Coffee
She
grade.
says
Oh, no,
coffee company,
she's supposed to be Brummy, isn't she? Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
really Brummy.
No.
She's supposed to be. I can hear it
No.
just like
No.
in the words.
She's,
No, that's me.
she's East Midlands.
Oh, okay.
She's East Midlands, not
So
West
yes.
Midlands. I think she's East Midlands, not West Midlands. That's where that's coming.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah. So have some coffee. And it's like, all right, you want protection. How are you for like completely wild, stupid, dangerous adventures?
fuck yeah, I'm down.
All right. How about we make a deal? We hang out for a bit and help you if you need it. If you come with us, teleport to a different place, and potentially find a cyborg robot that's taken one of our friends and is trying to kill us.
Take a back step. I need this in detail.
I think that's only fair.
It hit me.
I don't do that.
How much detail are you looking for?
Who's the cyborg? Who's the friend?
Cyborg.
Why are we teleporting? Where are we teleporting?
You got one question at a time. Cyborg is boyfriend of the person who's missing. Person who's missing is our friend, sister of one of our friends. Comes to the uni, lives with us. Teleporting to Flowari. Costs covered. And what was the last question?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm down.
And
Hang
hopefully,
on, why is your friend no like racism or anything? But why is your friend dating a cyborg?
Dating him before they do a cyborg. Cyborg thing was recent.
Huh?
And the reason why he's taking her.
Cool.
He's a bit of an
Sounds
ass, to be
awesome.
honest.
yeah, he was kidnapped by some
Yeah,
nasty people.
most men are.
Well, not all of us, I hope.
I said most. Didn't want to offend you and everything.
But that's no offense.
Can't say all while you're in the same room. 'Cause-
So shame Maisie's not here because Luna would definitely agree.
So like,
So it's just gonna be like us three?
oh no, there's Maisie, who is tiefling. Very mad right now because it's her sister who's gone missing.
Oh, bless her.
Cromwell, who is a little halfling. He takes some getting used to, but he's powerful and I think he has some best intentions. And then
Will he
there's
have our
also-
back?
Always has so far, even if he gets
I'm
annoying.
down for that.
And finally, there's Bash, who is Maisie and Neva, the one who's gone missing's friend, who actually comes from Flowari just like they do, and he has a big gun and he's very rich.
Huh. What race is he?
He's half elf, I think.
Elf.
Oh no, I know it's half elf. It's just
Oh,
his
okay.
names.
I thought Alex was caught off guard.
No,
Not the race I would put together with the name Bash. I like
I
it.
think his name's Sebastian.
Oh. A posh boy.
Yeah.
He is that, but he's also very, very, very useful in a fight.
Speaking of, and just so that we're on like a level ground, introduction to you.
Name's Luna.
That it? Anything else? Any other
I see
names?
you're wearing,
Or like,
wearing a sort of a leather thing there. What's that all about?
Oh, yeah, like, I do blacksmithing, I do, like, arcane engineering. I'm being really into that sort of shit. Like, I'm studying, like, alchemical studies as well.
cool.
That sounds
Loving it.
very interesting.
Oh, I should also
Yeah, it's
ask.
absolutely awesome.
There's like a minor chance that at any point, Carly, our blue friend here, might get noticed because technically he's a relation of one of the strangelings.
Oh.
I'm sure nobody will. And it won't.
It doesn't happen very often on here, but I don't know about Florari.
Name.
What,
Who are you related to?
Oh, well, Flint he was called. Flint.
Huh.
Why?
Yeah. Flint.
Nothing.
No. Flint. No, never mind. Flint.
So many times.
Thanks for bringing the bit back. Thank you. Thank you. I missed it. Oh man, that tickled a part of my brain that I didn't know need tickling.
Is there a reason? Is that not going to be a problem, right?
No problem.
All right. Oh, and at some point we might get a visit, although I don't think it's going to happen, from Marthea Borealis, who's technically also a descendant of one of the strangelings. But that's like unlikely because I don't even know what happened to her. Like we saved her from someone and then I don't know where she went. She's alright.
What's your
Actually,
deal?
very
Yeah.
nice. Actually, be a
Awesome.
Sadly wants to know your deal. What's going on?
Are you sure you're okay with it, all this? You seem
So, are you
concerned.
Are you interested in the strangelings then? Because I know a bit about them.
Not at all.
Oh.
In
So
that
which
case,
side,
why-
Elsie or Zagath?
In that case, why did you want to know which one of the strangelings I was related to?
Just asking.
You're gonna have to run me a deception for all of like this entire conversation.
Do I roll against it?
Yeah, if you want an insight. Joe appears to have sprung
You
through
definitely have a low charisma, right? That's your dump stat? Charisma's your dump stat, right?
Mine.
No.
No. Yeah, Lunith Longwind. Lunith? Lunith Longwind?
Ah,
Lunith
So,
Longwind?
What did you roll on the deception?
13.
13. Yeah, 15
what
from
did I roll
James. What did you roll?
what did I roll the inside? 24.
Yeah! Thank you,
both,
cleric!
Both
stats!
Carly and Jameith are just like, okay, something is definitely up. It's like, all right, well, before we go forward, I want to have trust in this and like stuff. I can tell something's up. Like, I don't want there to be a problem if it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a, I mean, I Flint was like a distant cousin of sort of, he's not directly related, but I mean, hopefully he's not a problem. And I've got the same name.
It's not a problem. If we're being straight here and everything, my name's Luna Longwind Bolin.
Oh, I've heard that name before.
Yep.
Jay just leans over to Carly like, who?
Fucking called it before you called it.
Fucking love you, Jay. Me and you are going to be mates.
Good. Right. I don't know what's
Am
going
I-
on right now.
Am I thinking that it's a name that you sort of find has a lot of baggage with it?
Yeah. Fucked on no baggage. Like, I've completely dropped it. My mates call me Longbow. But
Longbone?
Longbow.
Oh. Sorry,
I know
in
exactly
context,
what
I'm
you
going to
mean.
assume this is one of the strangelings.
Yes, exactly.
How much do you know about the strangelings?
Me? Nothing.
Are you okay, Rowyn? So, like, there was like this big group of strangelings. 2 of them decided to get together and have kids, combine their fucking names together, and hey, I've got both the fucking names.
I'll just change your name.
So I came to uni, dropped the Longwin, thought that no one would know who fucking Zegith Bolin was. How fucking wrong was I? Like, fucking Elsie's from round here, so like everyone knows the bloody Longwin name. So I thought, drop that. Nobody would know me. No, fucking course everyone fucking knows me. And I had to come here to get my fucking trust fund. It's just...
Wait.
I mean,
You
I
know
can
the-
understand where you come from.
You know that
That's where I come from. Where I come
I wouldn't say
That's a
I'm
good
rich. Like, my parents have money. I don't give a shit for money. Like, I'd rather earn my own money. I've been out there working my ass off for the past couple of years instead of coming here, waiting for my trust fund to come in so I could just completely out of this place. Like, go set myself up, just live my own life, have my own company, just like cut myself off. Turns out for me to get this stupid trust fund, I have to come to this stupid university where everybody knows my goddamn name.
Well, don't tell them then. That's what I just don't tell people.
Well, I'm trying not to, but when it's all over your bloody university work and everything, that's what.
So you share a
That's
name
why
with,
I need help.
you share a
I
name with
suppose-
one of the professors. That's what I've heard that name.
Yep. Yeah.
Professor Longwin, I think.
I've heard the rumours that there's another one around. No surprise, they're all from around here originally.
Yeah. Because Parsival Longwood is, I think, does 2 of, or at least 1 of subjects, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it would be around it. He does combat tactics and
Y'all are
heavy-
breathing like fucking rabbits over here.
hilariously, they're
Jesus.
from 2 different Longwin sisters.
No,
Branches.
I've got no Longwins teaching me.
No, not you. I'm talking about Jay.
Oh. Don't
But
forget, there was like, what, 8?
No, no, he
9, 8 of them when
Yeah.
Elsie was there?
I was like, well,
But I-
okay.
Doesn't matter.
I
Whole
understand where
town's
you
gonna
come
be
from.
long winds next time we fucking time skip.
So
Yeah. I was going to say that I'm a little bit luckier because everybody remembers Flint, but nobody remembers what his actual name was. So,
I mean, from what I've heard, his name was kind of hard to say.
well,
Flipping
thing
Carl
is the-
something?
easiest thing
hey,
to
that's
say.
very good, that was.
Fleanta.
Did
Thanks.
you hear that? That's how you say it, okay?
That's what I said. Fleanta.
No.
No, you kind of have to it.
Fleanta.
No, oh, never mind. Look, the point is, that's where I come from. I have a lot of baggage too, but fortunately, it hasn't really followed me here.
Where I come from,
You know what?
I've got 0 baggage because I'm an orphan. I don't own anything.
Oh shit, mate! I am so sorry about that. Like, I'm gonna shut up about my family and all.
Now, well, family's what it is, isn't it? You can't choose it.
Family's what you make of it. Make your own family.
That's what I've done here, I think. Yes.
No, I don't mean like that. No, I mean like you collect friends and they become your family.
Absolutely right. Which is why we're so keen to help Maisie and find her sister.
It's okay, Mark. You can say that Carly fucks. Like,
He does actually, but
Not a conversation we need. So anyway,
he's
It's
30.
much
He's
later in the
day.
much later in the
But he's
day
not really in his 30.
when Cromwell, you'd pop back in and see just this Luna girl chilling. Probably all just sitting around waiting.
hey,
Drinking coffee.
is
Shaking.
this?
Had about 27 coffees.
Luna, Cromwell. Luna's in.
Hey,
Wow, is Maisie in the room?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, nice to meet you, I guess. Jay,
nice
that's
to meet you.
that's really insensitive. Like, you can't just
Huh?
replace Neva with another girl straight away. I'm sure that's going to really upset
No,
me.
no. I ain't no replacing no one. Nah, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help find this.
Like,
I meant
You guys
Is
say
it
that I'm the
Eva?
rude one. That's just. a
I
bit-
meant she's
even I know
in
that
on the
that's not
mission.
what I need to do. Oh,
She's offered well. Oh, while you're here, or rather now you're here, did you find out about those braces that we...
yeah. I mean, I would have said that they were best for Neva, but since Maisie's the only one who now stabs people with knives, they should probably go to her.
Okay, fine.
And then these
Give
techie
them to me
ones
when
are
we
pretty
find
much
out.
useless to us. Also, apparently that guy from last night, the blue guy, is like the real deal and one of the strangelings. So, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, I thought he was. He's because when that girl, what's her name? She said
Marcia?
Rhea.
That's it. She.
I'm guessing that's who you're on about because that's who Jay said earlier.
Yeah. So when she said her surname, I recognise as one of the name, one of the strange things.
So we met. So we had you, a descendant of a strangeling, a different descendant of a strangeling, and then the strangeling that person was descended from, all in one
And
night.
a third descendant of it.
What?
Nothing.
She's
Nope.
Let's
You want
just,
to?
let's just say the
No.
strangeling's influence is everywhere around us.
last name's
So-
Bella.
You said the second braces are sort of technical.
Listen, if you're going to be on this team doing this mission, everybody's going to know.
No,
Not
but like
keeping secrets.
I told you, I'm not comfortable with people knowing. Like I trusted you.
Cromwell's fine. Like, what's he going to do?
You literally told me Cromwell is a bit of a
I said he
person.
could be annoying, but he's always got a back.
I mean, that's just rude. I don't even know this person.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Give me the opportunity to make my own impressions, okay?
All right. Well, she's
Okay.
a.
I don't go around telling
you
everyone
can't-
that thing that you
You're
do.
kind of
but-
living up to
Might be a bit
Jay's
weird.
like
I
comment.
mean, do you really
Just
think
saying.
that's a good? Do you think that's a good idea, Cromwell, for you to give your own impression? I mean, if we sort of break the ground for you first, it might be a bit easier.
If the groundwork is he's annoying, I'd rather just
I
do
said
it
he could be
myself.
kind of annoying, but you've always got a back. Besides, anyway, point is, she's a blonde and building related to, I don't know what were their names? Elful and
See, this is why we need Neva here, because she knows all this stuff.
I
Elsie
know
and
this stuff as well, you know.
Why would she? Oh, is she not a descendant? Is she?
no.
No, she's in like the fan club for the strangelings.
But I
She's
know
really
about it
interested.
because
Anyway.
my father never shut up about it.
Can
But
I-
I was going to say was those braces, right? They're technical. And
Yeah.
Luna, didn't you say you're into that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, well these apparently are like a remote control for something, so I guess let us know what you can do with them, if anything. And don't ask where we got them from. It doesn't matter. Unless someone comes looking for it. If someone asks you where you got them and they seem intimidating, just say that you like found them.
Yeah, maybe
Ask
don't.
no question, tell no lies.
You should run away very fast.
First,
So yeah, so
I like how nonplussed you are about this. I feel like we're gonna get on. You see, Cal.
fine. If you're annoying, I've been told I'm annoying. Maybe we cancel each other out, or we just become annoying together.
Okay,
Hey.
we're getting off track. Point is,
something to look forward to.
she's a
Wait,
descendant.
I have
She's a
another
descendant of the Strangelings, but she's also in on going and helping us.
I have
Yeah.
another answer for you.
What kind of descendant of the strange thing are you? Are you like,
Of like two of
oh,
them.
these are my great grand uncle, aunt, parent?
Like great grandchild of them.
Oh, so you're like a direct line to them.
Of two of them.
Interesting. I mean, good for you, I guess. Wait,
Not really.
hang on. Are you fucking rich?
So we've had this conversation. I mean, my family have money. I don't want
Hey,
fuck
I
all-
told you can't replace neither with just another rich girl.
No.
That's so
No.
insensitive.
But this one's related
come on,
to the
come on.
Strangelings.
like, give me a second here to explain. My family have money. I want fuck all to do with their money. I want to earn my own money.
She got
So
trust fund.
every bit of money in my pocket, I have earned myself.
Except for the trust fund.
But you could access a lot of money at short notice if you needed to.
No.
Oh, well, I mean, okay.
I have to graduate here before I get any money.
Okay, so you're poor until you graduate.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's better than the last one. Sure.
You're kind of making it sound like the last one ain't coming back, which, from what I've heard, is not a good idea, and we're going to go find them.
We certainly are. And Cromwell will. Despite giving you
Cromwell.
Cromwell.
I mean, I'm
he's
just
having a
going
rough
to.
time, but he will help.
I'm just going to. Yeah, I mean, I'm committed at this point, and I think it's a good idea that we all get out of the city. So whatever.
I'm down.
just
I don't
going to
like this city
assume
anyway.
that someone has listed all of the reasons why this is a horrible idea, and all
Yep.
the many ways it could go wrong. And
Yeah, so we're
no one has told me the plan yet, so I'm just going to assume that there isn't one.
we're teleporting to track down some cyborg weirdo who's kidnapped his girlfriend, who seems to be related to one of your mates. Is she a mate as well that kind of goes to uni with you guys? I'm not 100% sure on that bit.
Yeah, she should be back fairly soon, I think.
I understand that that's the goal. What is the plan?
I think
We
we're gonna
teleport.
arrange that when Maisie gets back. Speaking of, is Maisie coming back to the apartment after she's done with?
Yes, I was muted.
In which case, it's probably not too far off when you just like boom straight in the door.
Time to go.
That's Maisie.
Ah, Maisie.
Yo, my
This is-
condolences.
This is Luna.
Are you the one that's helping us?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is Luna.
Cool.
She's a direct descendant of the Strangelings.
Cool. Valka's a no-go. She was just mostly just like telling me like, be careful, think twice, kind of. I'm gonna grab my stuff.
We need to go and talk to your pilot person, your
Huh?
airship.
What is the plan?
Yeah, let's
Before
plan.
we do
Wait,
anything.
you guys have an
And what-
airship?
And what happened to Bash?
Oh, so like Maisie and the one that's gone missing are like rich. Like,
Fuck. Nah, I ain't replacing the other one. They're like 10 times richer than us.
Our parents make wine
Ha! Poor you.
and do other illegal shit.
Cool.
Making wine isn't illegal. What's the plan, Maisie?
We're going to the
Oh,
airport.
goal? What is the plan?
We're going to the airport, finding the Zion, and going from there.
What's the
that is
Zion?
not a plan. It's an airship.
Your airship.
No.
No, that's Fuckboy's airship.
The
Fuckboy
crazy
piss drinker.
cyborg.
Yeah,
Piss drinker. How did he get that name?
he
piss.
drank piss.
Ew.
It was great.
Like,
It was you should have been there.
literally, you gave him a cup of piss and he was like, yeah, I'll drink that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
willingly.
That's exactly
yeah,
how it
totally.
happened. It was amazing.
I don't want to speak ill of your sister and all, but what the fuck does she see in him?
Listen, she's got some like deep-seated trauma. We're not through that yet. We're working on it.
Fair.
Okay, so just to be clear, we're going to an airport.
On a rocket ship.
Which airport?
The airport in Fluari, in our hometown of Moonhaven. Is that right?
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
Hey, Freddie, is that right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm on a different character this week.
See, this is one of those
Okay.
things where I think I've told you multiple times to put it in the documents. I don't know if you ever actually have.
So we're going.
If it's not in the document, then I don't know where it is.
Is this ship there?
It's
Dunno.
normally docked there. We don't know if it's there right now, but we do know that if they went through official channels, they'll have logs of when they left and where they're going. At the very least, somebody would have spotted it leaving, so somebody will have saw something.
And what kind of ship is it? What are we talking? Are we like stowing aboard like a merchant vessel? Are we going
I
to
don't
have
know.
to...
It's probably like their fuckboy yacht.
Fuck.
like a pleasure yacht?
Oh,
It-
like the
Neva-
cyborg, is he fuckboy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He didn't
Oh.
actually, or Neva didn't actually detail what kind of vessel it was in her diary. She just said it was called the Zion. Also, I don't even know if this is going to work. This is just like the most logical
Yeah.
place that I've found.
Oh,
We need
yeah.
to do something.
Where's Bash?
He went ahead to poke around the docks. So we should meet up with him first and go from there.
Oh. Well, why don't
Bash
we?
is your mate from your hometown, yeah?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm just gonna. I feel like I should point this out, Maisie. This is not me saying that we can't go or anything like that, because you're gonna go regardless.
Correct. Yeah.
So, would it not make more sense if Bash is already pursuing this lead and can get in contact with us at any time, that we pursue a different lead?
Do you have a different lead?
Do you not? Do you have only one lead? What
I
about
only have the one lead.
home, or literally anything else?
I don't know where else we would have taken her.
We could fight. We could see if we can track down that Nightbringer guy to see if he has been able to locate.
He was
anything.
useless.
Yeah, in the
And
5 seconds that we were there.
He wouldn't help us anyway. He was basically saying, "Oh, I can't do that. I can't track them down." Blah blah blah.
Oh.
To be fair,
When you
though,
say the Nightbringer, do you mean the Nightwalker?
yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't you have to do like some weird shitty teleport in that's like not legal to do that?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I mean,
You guys have got the means to do that?
He
No.
wouldn't help us. Maybe if we found Maria, he might help her along with a Strangeling descendant and another Strangeling descendant.
Who's Maria?
Power of 3. So he's like the equivalent of you, but for him.
Mafia.
You mean Marthia?
I don't know.
I didn't keep track of her. I don't know where she went. The thing we can act on right now is the port in Fluari. At least
In all,
I can at least give him a call.
yeah, in all honesty, if she's like a descendant and anything like me, and don't want to speak for you, Carl, and everything, but like us descendants kind of don't want fuck all to do with them.
Okay, and assuming obviously that this is a return trip, because I would like to not die. How much is it going to cost us to get there and back?
Don't worry about it. I'm using my parents' card.
Okay, that might work to get
Sick.
there. But I don't want to be stranded there. How much is it going to cost us to get back? How much does a
I'm
teleport?
using my parents' card. They're not going to notice for 24 hours.
You think we're
But
going to be back in 24 hours?
Didn't you say
Probably.
this Bash guy's also rich?
Yeah, he's also rich.
Wouldn't he
Plus,
help
I
us
have-
get us back?
He would. I also have my own pocket change. I
Oh,
could probably
what do you mean by pocket change?
about 3 platinum.
You call that pocket change?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
And we have no other leads that you want to pursue outside of just this one that Bash is already on.
That's all I got.
Okay. I still would like to know how much it's going to cost to get back, so that we don't get stranded. But whatever.
We can ask when you get there.
Well, that's what I'm going to have to do because I don't think Maisie knows. Cool. Anything we want to do? Anywhere we want to? Anything we want to stock up on? Did Bash leave us any of his healing potions?
I'm going to call him. Just gonna
Sure.
pull my phone and call Bash.
I have one-
You phone up and it's almost immediately picked up and it's like, what a great time right now.
Hey Bash, I'm Luna!
Sneaking
Just
around.
answer one question, yes or no. Should we join you?
You can do. I'm currently sort of just hiding. I'm behind a couple of, work lines that I shouldn't be. I can see your family ships. Some are here, some are not. As it currently
Anything promising on the Zion?
I can't see it, the Zion. I haven't asked anyone about movements.
Does he know what kind of ship it is? And he's terrible at yes, no. But
You hear Cromwell?
Yeah. Definitely a Paratal. I'm gonna presume small size. I mean, the only ones that it seems his family stores here are the, luxury sort of holiday types, not the cargoes like your family. So it'll be apparel, made or small, very fast.
Okay, well, why don't we just ask? Why don't one of you two ask to borrow it or pay for it? We don't need to sneak on board if you have the connections to just rent the thing.
Why would they be able to borrow it though from neither shithead?
Because they're like, this is like his best friend.
But it's not here, frankly.
But if you've got a ship or several ships like other things, can't you use one of yours and then use that to track the other one?
We'll talk more about it. We'll meet you there, Bash.
All right.
Don't get caught.
Okay. It's also worth pointing out we have no way to stop him teleporting again. We just know that if he does, some big pissed off blue guy is going to walk through and see us again and be like, what are you playing at?
Did he cause neither to teleport, or did she teleport with him?
He grabbed her and she went with.
So basically all we need to do is get in between him and her.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
That's assuming he can only do it once. He could just teleport to her and then teleport away.
At the very least, I will latch on as well.
But then we'll lose you as well, and then we're fucked. So, best thing to do is when we get there, all hold hands. I need my hand free though, because I need to throw shit.
To be fair, that's not too bad.
I was going to say, what?
Considering that you don't know how many people he can teleport.
That's true. He might make the whole thing not work.
Maybe it'll break it if even one of us latches on.
Sure. Why not? Sorry. Just as another thing, as no one said, so I'm going to ask. Luna, you said your name was Luna.
It's not a hard name to say. Yeah.
What? I was more remembering it. This is a new person, so I'm trying to make a good impression.
I'm liking you
I'm
so
just going to
far.
interject. I'm going to interject. The name Luna in the real world.
That shit crazy.
No.
Doesn't make any sense in this one.
I was going to say, the Luna in the real world comes from the moon. Shell does not have moons.
Yep.
So therefore,
I
this
think we
Absolute
had this
batshit
conversation
crazy.
when we were calling ourselves the Lunatics because
Yeah.
it does exist.
come from
Well, the thing is, we're from Elsie was from Veluna. My idea for the name Luna is that they called her after the city.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, Luna like Veluna. Wait, what's it?
Yep.
What is your, not that I'm against having you along, because we're just inviting people at this point. What is your skill set? What are you bringing to the table?
The babies.
Strategize.
And I just bash out 2 of my vials onto the table.
Give me a dexterity save. See if you drop one.
17.
Oh, you're fine.
It's a lot of worried noises for a 17.
That was me trying to find it.
Okay,
You lost it a long time ago.
you bruise.
So what I do is these are my base babies, and then I have these babies that I add in, or sometimes these babies, right? And they all mix to make something.
Can we talk about this on the walk?
I guess.
I mean, it's a bit hard to show you on the walk, but yeah, I guess.
Every minute my sister is trapped away on some psycho cyborg's fuck ship. I don't it freaks me out.
I mean, not to be that guy, but you hope. We still don't know if that is where she is.
I don't want to be that girl, but do we really want to go to a fuck ship?
No, I don't. None of us. No. It's the answer.
we're going to fuck shit up.
Oh, so it's not a ship that they. Okay.
No,
And
they
now that
do.
you're here-
That's probably his intention as well. But we're there to fuck shit up. He's there to fuck. We're there to fuck shit up.
But if he's
And
a
now that-
cyborg, how would that work?
Does he?
I
even
don't know. Maybe
You know
they
what?
gave him
You
like
don't
an
want to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know that we can do it with a cocktail in hand know that you're here. No, I don't drink.
When they turn him into a cyborg?
Well,
I
that's what
didn't
I'm
take a
wondering.
look.
And
why,
it's
would,
so like.
why would any of us have noticed?
I wasn't looking.
He was still
He
wearing
like,
wearing
just
clothes.
press a button and it works.
He wasn't wearing clothes.
Oh shit.
It's just metal.
Wait, you guys saw him naked?
Maybe that's what he's
I guess so. We didn't really register it because it's like
Oh,
That's
you
like
saw
armor.
your sister's cyborg boyfriend naked.
Maybe that's why he's so mad.
honestly not the strangest thing about these two.
Because it's got a micro.
No, I think he's mad because they took away his. I
Oh, so it's just not even there.
don't know.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, I'd be pissed too.
it's kind of impractical. So honestly, if you were like making a cyborg, that's probably the first thing you would take away,
Not
right?
exactly streamlined. Anyway, we should get going.
I for one didn't notice. I wasn't looking.
Holy shit. I'm trying so hard to stay in character, guys. It's
It's a hard life.
it's hard to stay
So
in
you
character.
start walking
guys.
across the city. It's a bit of a trek, but that's fine. You walk around a fair bit, and eventually you get to the teleportation station. And
So on the way, I'll hand over the brace for flying daggers to Maisie and tell her where
Sure.
it is.
I mean, you need to.
Oh,
attune to them.
thanks.
Yes. So the
I
price
attune to it while walking.
does it? Are you gonna have a long rest while you're walking?
It's not a
I
long
think
rest.
attune
It's
on
a
a
short
short
rest, isn't it?
Can you
I wouldn't have assumed our walk was very restful, but
Yeah, you're
you
not
can
resting
do
on a short
rest.
Not with Luna about it, ain't.
Well, they're on my arms.
So, when you get there, looking at the price boards, it is peak time because it's like 6:30. So, for a medium distance national teleportation, it's going to be 9.8 gold each.
Here's my
I
card.
got 3.6, if that helps.
Here's my card. It's for all of us. Don't worry about it.
The most that anything could cost is peak time. A long intercontinental teleportation, which would cost you 952 gold each.
Have you based these on real British?
It'll be far more expensive if that was the case.
Can I? Is this like a Venmo situation where I can like add a description to the price thing when it's going through to the bank?
No, because bear in mind that these cards
Damn.
don't actually transfer money. They're like a guarantee to say you can
Cool,
take
cool,
that money
cool,
from
cool.
the thing. So 9.8 gold each. Yeah, you just hand it, and they're just like, yeah, very good, sir, very good, very good. I don't know why they say sir because you're not one. But they say very good, very good, very good, and yeah, you get given 5 tickets.
6, right?
6. No, 5.
J.
There's
J-
5 of us.
Oh yeah, five.
Alex counts as J.
Sorry.
5 tickets.
No. Yes, because Bash
Yeah,
isn't here.
Bash is already gone.
Sorry. Listen, I'm doing my best.
You get given 5
I-
tickets. And yeah, you step in. And I've never really described these things before. The way I've always imagined it is like there is a platform that has just a ton of small circles on the ground that are like ritualistic circles that all seem to, go different locations and things. They're all numbered and named and stuff. And you have tickets that say which one you're supposed to be going to. And when you go over, there's someone that's standing there like, please, can you have your ticket? You hand it to them. They set it up and you across the land, which you will do individually. These, like, you've teleported up into the ship, you've teleported like sort of little bits here and there. And whenever you do it, you all are very aware it's very uncomfortable. You feel like you're lurching, blech, kind of disgusting kind of stuff. This is smooth. Whatever they're using here, whatever they're doing here, obviously far more powerful. Like, you feel like you've been moved gently backwards, but then it's very, very smooth for a second, sort of like a blinding whiteness, but not like it's actual light, like you're looking just at the color white. And then you just reappear at the other end. And as you reappear, those of you who aren't used to it, like Maisie would just get going. Those of you who aren't used to it appear, and then you kind of stand like people are walking around, and then there's a person standing there like, it's like, come on, get moving, and you step out and someone else appears behind you.
It's the Harry Potter
Yeah.
chimneys situation.
Exactly.
In the
and it's just
ministry.
this busy. Actually, no, to be fair, where you're going, you'd be going to the closest city, because of course the teleportation only gets you so far. So you'd probably currently be in.
Yeah, are we in Tumult or no? It's not Tumult. That's a critical role.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you can go to a completely different.
It starts with a T.
There's Tetheran.
Tetheran.
Well, I don't remember where you put the your home city, because this is one of those things that kind of got passed over and never really.
Moonhaven
No.
is along the border of Carmanthia and Fluari.
Sure. So yes, your closest. So the two teleportation stations, Marrow and Tetheran, which are both northern. I believe it's.
Of those, I believe Tetheran's closest.
Sure. So you end up in Tetheran, which is still like. It would be a day in a cart. Actually, no, probably longer than that. Like a few days in a cart. So, you're somewhere. And you appear. It's very busy. Like lots of people moving. You kind of get shoved forwards and outwards, and you end up in a big city. I've never really described Tetheran before. These days in Fluari, Tetheran is kind of like Veluna. Lots of, especially where you are right now, lots of built-up buildings, very tall buildings made of stone and wood. A lot of people moving around, especially like now, it's busy times. Big roads that are cobbled but a lot flatter, ready for carts and things to be going past. And just a ton of people getting very pissed off that you're standing in the way.
Maisie's used to this city.
Yes.
So
What language do they speak here, Maisie?
Do you remember?
Mild.
Like, are we going to be able to just get along?
So the whole world speaks common. So yes, you can.
Do they speak
and they
any
also-
one of the various languages I speak?
There's a lot of mild, but also a lot of common. So.
You see, what?
Mild. Yep.
So
Some
Mild,
Fluari.
yeah, Mild is
I don't
Mild
speak
and Seal are two languages that are spoken in the northern landmass and southern landmass. Mild is the southern landmass's language. It wouldn't be anything you recognize, but they also speak common here, of course. So you may hear a bit of both. You wouldn't. Some of you might understand Mild, some of you wouldn't, but there's common around. And yes, you sort of get eventually shoved through this whole station out onto the road and kind of find a little bit of a cubby as people are walking past to sort of just take 5 seconds of a breather. Maisie, you're the only one standing here currently that's kind of used to this. Kale, apart from Veluna with all of you, Kale, you're not used to hustle bustle. To be fair, I think Cromwell, you've been in some of the like parts of the city in Veluna that's a little more hustle bustle.
Hustle and bustle.
Yeah, but this is like posh hustle bustle rather than
Now,
you know.
I took the feature of City Secrets,
Okay.
which directly relates to this city because it's the one where it originated. Can I get us to somebody who can get us to Moonhaven faster?
Well, what are you looking for? Because obviously you can rent carts, you can, get horses, or you could try and find an airship service around here that could get you there faster. An airship would take.
If there are some, I would even look into like underground teleportation if that's a thing. Other than that, like some smaller airship.
Are you
travel?
trying to go the overground or underground way? Do you want to keep it legal? or-
Mumbling free.
Whatever I think will be fastest.
You wouldn't know too much about the underground speed. In terms of there being underground teleportation, I think you'd have a vague, a vague awareness that yes, some people do it, but like, it's firstly way more expensive, like stupidly more expensive, because there's going to be the idea of most likely the Nightwalker will turn up. And you need to have people who are prepared for that because, that's a very dangerous situation. On the other end of things...
He turns up in the place where it takes place rather than the destination.
You don't know that. He did that for one time that you've seen him. And that's all you have to go on. Because of course you
So
don't
he
know.
can do it the way if it's more convenient for Alex.
You don't know which way around it would work. You don't know what he did after he left either.
So true.
But the point is, you would know that if you want to not put more risk into everything, you could find a port. There'd be fast ships. I mean, you're talking 1,000 gold for all of you to transport over the day, but you could get a stupidly fast ship to just fuck off to Moonhaven. Kind of like a very expensive taxi. But like that's the kind of money where it will get flagged almost immediately. Then again, underground teleportation is still probably going to cost you, up to $1,000.
And the underground probably doesn't take card, huh?
Your cheapest option would be more like, it would be maybe up to 100 gold for all of you to go on a cargo passenger ship that would take 2 or 3 days, possibly stop over in Grant first. Like that's the much cheaper option. There are sort of ways between, but the fastest and most immediate that would take somewhere between 6 and 8 hours would just be
fucking flag me, see if I care. Let's go to the fastest way.
So you travel through the city.
Just in case anyone cared, we're totally missing that obstacle course thing. So
well, that's on Sunday. It's Friday.
Say goodbye to our points on the thing, because I think it was the second one.
We'll get back like seconds before it starts.
Exactly.
That was important until Nebo was taken.
So you work your way through the city, everyone following Maisie, because you obviously know your way through, and eventually get to this gigantic building, which is basically like a warehouse, except like 100 times the size.
Terrifying.
Yeah. And you go
What
in
is it before it transforms into a house?
Yes. You go inside, and there's like a bit of a queue for different bits, like people waiting around. Maisie, you'd be more than aware, because you've done it before as a family, that if you go over to a particular queue, talk to a particular person, you can talk your way through to someone that wouldn't necessarily recognize you, but money talks.
Yeah.
So you're behind one person who talks for a little bit, talks for longer than you want them to. You're just sort of standing there like, come on. And actually, you walk up to a window of a person who, is writing something down as you walk up. And just looking down.
Just slap my card on the thing. We need to get to Moonhaven.
As you start talking, a finger goes up. And they keep writing.
That's a bit rude.
A couple seconds before they look up and they say, right. You need to get to
Moonhaven.
And what class of ship are we taking today?
The fastest one.
Why? Sorry, just totally. We've skipped over the thing about her name's Luna. There are no moons. Why is this place called Moonhaven when there are no moons?
That's true. We don't question these things.
It's a really
answer that one.
Fancy elven word from back in the day.
These kinds of things.
Meaning
Does it mean rock orbiting the planet?
No, it means it's part of one of those the rainbow belt. It's like moon is one of the stars there.
Yeah, every once in a while you get a really big rock in the moon or the rainbow belt.
In the moon
That's
belt.
a moon. That's called a moon.
That's no moon.
It's a rock.
So, looks down. It's like, well, if you wish to go immediately, with preparation time of an hour for refueling, we can get you on a perital fairly quickly. How many people will be traveling?
5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if the Zion is available? We've flown on that before, and it was a lovely experience.
The Zion is not one of our ships.
Oh, okay.
We can put you on. Let's see what we have available. If you're looking for 5, there's a personal transport with captain, I presume. Immediate transport.
We should totally fly it ourselves.
Well, you would need to provide the correct documentation if you are legally allowed to.
Well, we'll shout out a look then.
So it'll cost you 1,200 gold for an immediate transport. You will be flying on the Seamstress today.
Is that the same
On the car?
kind of ship as the Zion?
I'm
Yes,
afraid I don't know
it's
the someone.
It's
Okay.
the same class, yes.
I just thought if the layout was the same, then it might be familiar.
So, like I said, it'll take around 50 minutes to an hour for preparation, for getting it ready for flight and the captain, and of course refueling. So, if you can pay now, we can get this process started.
Put it on the card.
I will, of course, need a name for the booking.
Maisie Montgomery Cartwright.
Montgomery Cartwright. Of course. And starts writing some things, takes notes, and then hands back the card says, right, if you come back in around an hour, you don't need to come here. Go around, give you some directions around to the back, and it should be prepared for you. There's more of a
Thank you.
private dock around the side.
Appreciate it.
Okay, and
It's a bit different from
she
home.
stepped
She'll
away.
tell you.
meanwhile, there are
Shit,
people.
you're from that family.
Yeah.
Like, my parents have, like, yeah, that's special occasion wine at our house.
Got plenty. So you can just grab some
It's
for
shit
you.
having a double barreled last name, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I don't usually use it.
No, I don't either.
You try having a last name no one can say.
Sleeping top. Well, that's the whole name, but
I wonder if anybody.
No, I don't think you said that right. It's
Okay,
I'll
really
turn
good
to
Clickin' Top.
I'll turn
Clienta.
to fellow
Ah,
fellow orphan Jay and be like, I knew this was going to be another one always talking about a family.
Right? I don't even think any of them can remember my last name.
You're a princess from Kugaram. You don't need a last name.
I am not a princess from Kugaram.
you're a princess?
I am not a princess from Kugaram. I am an orphan.
She's on the run from assassins.
Admittedly, you've never told me your last name, so I can't remember it.
Rowan's just going to look through notes so that.
Oh, I don't remember. I'm not going to pretend that I remember. Hold on,
I've
let's
got it
see.
written down somewhere.
So, what are you doing for the hour?
When did Jay?
Do any of you remember her last name? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, I-
Cromwell.
Yeah.
Cromwell?
Yeah, Cromwell
It
is
starts with a
Beckman.
B. Yeah, Beckman. There we go.
Purdy was looking at notes.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it started with a B.
Resiquin?
Resquin.
Resquin, yeah.
Why does that sound so familiar? That's another historical name, isn't it?
No, I remember.
Not that I remember either.
It means
No, I could tell you had
moon.
actual confused face. There's no historical.
Yeah, that was I'm not sure. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you doing
It
for the hour?
sounded familiar.
I'm gonna be annoying the heck out of Cromwell. I'm now attached to Cromwell.
You can
Tapping my
try.
foot wildly.
Mm.
What do you think? What you're doing that you imagine would be irritating?
Non-stop talking.
Fine. What are you talking
Cool.
about?
I'd probably tell you all about my potions.
Okay, good. I want something Cromwell has specifically asked to know about.
Awesome. Yeah, so she's
what,
gonna just
what do you do?
friend
You
Cromwell.
still haven't told us what you're bringing to the table.
I know what I'm doing. I've got some ride or dies in Moonhaven. Can I text the band?
Hey!
You want to?
I want to text the band to see if they can help Bash. Just send them to the docks and see if they can help scout out and gain some more information.
Sure, you have the equivalent of a group text chat, sure.
Yeah.
And you're just shit needs doing, go help Bash, and you just get thumbs up from all of them. And then one of them just says,
Hell
"Right,
yeah.
ride or die."
Hell yeah! Let's
The
go.
characters whose first and last names I do not know.
So you end up waiting the hour and eventually walk around the dock. As you walk past the front, you see there's this huge area where people are being loaded on and off in cargo. It's busy, it's noisy. But as you go around, there's a much smaller area which has a few ships in it. One of which is called the Seamstress, which and there's no one else in there apart from. Sorry, I'm making noise. I'll do that. There's no one else in there apart from some people standing at the sort of loading area of the ship. There's too much high raised walls, which the ship is in between. So it kind of feels like if there was water, it'd be the same as a port, but obviously it's floating. Very quiet as well. And you walk in, someone guides you to the ship. It's a beautiful ship. It's like dark brown with some other colors on the tips, like golds and bronzes. Obviously no sails. You can see at the back these beautifully crafted engines. And when you go on, it's no bigger than like a standard yacht. Very, very fancy. Like there's bedrooms inside and like areas and bars, a swimming pool at the back. You know, it's small for a ship compared to some of the airships, but it's still a large boat. And you get on. You get sort of a little bit of a briefing of like, you know, don't jump off the edges. And when you're all situated, probably sat in a kind of a loungy area with the comfiest seats you've ever sat in ever. Well, not amazing. You've sat in better.
Totally on edge.
Yeah, literally on the edge of the seat. Eventually, someone comes through wearing a very official uniform and a hat. Says, "Hello. I am your captain for today. Just want to make sure everything's all right before we set off."
Yep, we're not concerned with leisure. We just want to get there as soon as possible.
Righty-ho. Well, everything on here is available for you. The bar is free today, and there is some food available, though it is not large meals, just some snacks and things. If you need anything, ask anyone. We're running a staff of 3 today, including me, so keeping it small. They'll be out of your way. You won't even notice they're there unless you want them.
And we don't have to pay for anything.
Well, everything has already
On the
been
ship.
paid with the ticket, as is standard with these trips.
Oh, yeah. Well, I totally knew that.
How long until we get to our destination?
Well, it seems we've got a pretty good travel ahead of us. The winds are in our favor, so I would say we're looking at about 6 hours.
Awesome, thank you.
Unless anything happens along the way. It's a safe route, cross land, no danger of pirates or any other attacks, as would be standard with these routes.
Does your navigation equipment notify you if there are other registered vessels in the area?
I keep in contact. I have some radars around us, but then I keep in contact with, of course, whichever whoever's closest to keep us informed of the air traffic around us. So there's no.
Can you inform us?
No worry of crashes.
Can you inform us if there is a ship with the call sign Zion in the area?
I will do my best. We'll probably be kept quite far away. It's unlikely we'll interact, of course, for fear of crashing. But if we are within range, which is a good few miles, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
All right. He steps out, and you're just left there as he goes round. There's a few minutes before you can hear the engines spool up a little more powerfully, and everything starts to sort of float a little bit, bobs a little bit. And as you look out the windows, you see him moving forwards. A gigantic door in the side of this building opens up as the ship goes forwards, and then just starts going directly upwards. There's a few minutes of upwards until you're really high up in the sky. You can see over these windows. See over the edge through some windows. And just before, like you're not really expecting it, but before you can sort of survey the city you just launch stupidly fast. The inside, you don't feel it so much. There's some kind of suspension or something for that. But the city just disappears. As
Oh my
it's
god,
just a
that
blur
was awesome.
beneath you. And I think it's a pretty good place for us to stop for today as you set off in the seamstress.